This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. It's me and Jimmy for a little bit. Anthony's on his way in. I think he was just woken up. How is everyone?
I'm sore.
You're sore? Why?
From 2 days ago in the gym.
Yeah.
I told Sam I feel like I have fucking leg cancer.
Leg cancer?
My legs are really, really sore. There's no way to make people care about that, but I'm sore.
Squats?
Yeah, man. It was this thing where you got 1 foot on the ground and 1 foot behind you on the bench. You have to squat.
Right.
I'm just achy.
Yeah.
I guess as you get older, it becomes more and more. Your recovery time is slower and slower and slower.
Middle age. Welcome to middle age.
I'm not middle-aged.
You're middle-aged?
Oh, I'm not.
Double your age. You think you're going to live to that? That's middle age.
45, 90? Yeah, I'll make 90.
All right, so middle age.
I'll make more than 90.
You'll make more than 90?
Yeah, I'll break 100.
Ugh, who wants to break 100?
I do. I'm a little guy.
Yeah.
I'm a little guy. I'm not overweight necessarily, so yeah, I got a good shot at 100. I don't smoke, don't drink.
Don't smoke, don't drink. Yeah. Anyway. I fucking got kicked off Facebook yesterday.
Why?
Because I made fun of myself.
Fucking Facebook.
I made fun of myself, so I've been suspended from my own Facebook account.
What do you mean?
You know that old picture I posted of me being 19 years old?
Yeah.
In the DJ booth in Geneseo?
Yeah.
So, of course, I threw myself under the bus and I wrote, nice mullet, faggot. They suspended me from Facebook for hate speech against myself, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah. I wrote them. I said, are you suspending me from Facebook for hate speech against myself? Could you please explain? I guess it's one of those key words they don't like on Facebook. I guess you can't say faggot on Facebook, even if you don't mean it in the gay way.
Facebook sucks.
Right.
They suck. I've gotten death threats on Facebook, and I wrote to them. And I don't mean just people being nasty, but I mean a couple like the things that were like from site. They don't even get back to you.
Oh yeah.
They're terrible.
During the cake stomp incident, when that went viral, I got major death threats. They let that go through. But if you say the word faggot, they'll suspend your account, I guess. So
which account is suspended? Your personal or your your
my own personal? Well, my fan page on Facebook, Opie Radio Fans. Yeah. So.
And how long is the suspension for using?
I don't know. I have no idea. Today, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. Because some people say that they were suspended from Facebook and they were supposed to be temporary, but then, they're still waiting. Because I guess a lot of people got suspended from Facebook because of the Jocktober shit. So. And
you can't say the word faggot? Even if it's a word people don't like, you can't say it. They suspend.
I said it to myself.
But it's ridiculous.
I almost understand maybe if you say it to somebody else in a hateful way, I guess. It's their world. They can do whatever they want. But, I mean, you can't even make fun of yourself.
Yeah, they're really...
I was calling myself a faggot. No one else.
When did they come down on that? There was a big thing about that with Zuckerberg. There was something that happened where they were like, well, we won't tolerate this and this and this. We want it to be a safe place. It's just...
Right. I don't know.
Maybe it's all that bullying and taunting thing. Maybe it's one of those words that as soon as it shows up somewhere.
Right.
But then again, if they're so strict about the word faggot or whatever word they are strict about, why do they let you put it there to begin with? Like, meaning, how come when you write it, it just doesn't not show up?
I'm sure there's some weird fucking bot program or something.
Right.
You know what this is about, Eric? Have you been suspended from Facebook?
A couple of times from this show.
Have you really?
I got the last time I got suspended was because I posted a photo on the O&A Facebook page. It was you.
Yay! Oh.
Next to a girl's hiney that had a thong.
Yeah, that picture's been a million times.
Got flagged and was suspended for like a week and a half.
No nudity, though. There's no official nudity in that
nothing,
photo.
But anything that's even suggestive now.
They are fucking cornballs.
That's why I stopped putting photos up on the Facebook and we put them somewhere else.
Right.
Because even the slightest little thing, if they were blurred or blocked out or whatever, still it was a violation of their guidelines.
And there's no one you can talk to.
No.
You can't write. You
can't even protest it. Like, if you got a suspension, you say, hey, I think you suspended me unfairly or for the wrong reason.
Right.
You can submit your thing, but nobody responds to you.
No, they
you
never
can't do anything
respond. They're
about
the
it.
worst.
You have to sit there and just take it.
I was able to respond.
No, you can send. Something.
It said if you have a problem with this, please, write. So I did.
But nobody contacts you. Nobody lets you.
Oh, they said no one will contact.
Yeah, you have to sit there and take the punishment and wait for it to be done, so your account gets reactivated again.
Hey, faggot.
Yeah, but how about a contact back or something? That would be nice if they just got back to you and said, look, we read your complaint or we read your whatever. They don't. It's like you're just writing a letter to nothing. It's fucking, they're terrible.
Right. I don't know. See what happens, but I think it's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
And they'll double suspend you because they own Instagram too. So if there's anything they find remotely subjective or whatever on Instagram, it goes... I used the wrong word.
Of course you did.
I used the wrong word.
Anything they find subjective.
I used the wrong word.
Yeah.
But,
objectionable.
Objectionable, thank you. And it's also tied into your Facebook account, both get... Like, it happened to Who Kid. He put stuff up there, and his stuff is, it was a little raunchy, but there's no nudity. It's girls at clubs and stuff.
It must have all been, here's my nigga. Here's my nigga.
And you can't, they just bought WhatsApp, too, which I finally just got, that massive app of that.
What is it?
It's where you kind of bypassing your phone. Like, you can talk to people anywhere. I don't know. It uses your contacts. I just got it, and I'm coming off like I just fucking designed the app. I don't know exactly. But I know it's popular, and it's getting 1 million new users a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how it works.
It's WhatsApp, WHATSAPP.
Right.
And hold on, I probably should have been more prepared.
It's like a messaging service that doesn't charge you like data.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I'll tell the guys that. It's like a messaging service that doesn't charge you data. Did you just say that in my ear or on the air?
In your ear.
And it could do the same thing, send pictures and stuff. Yeah,
Video.
It's pretty handy.
Nice. This guy has a comment on this.
So Facebook just bought them.
Is it a good obtuse app?
Jimmy on Long Island, what's up?
I'm right here.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
How come there's always on Hip Hop World Star, whatever it is, if you hit him, nigga, they can say that, but you can't say faggot?
What, on Facebook? They let that word through?
Let's World Star Hip Hop, dude. It's a different site.
No, it's on Facebook, but it's always on that, it's always on videos and shit, Vine videos or whatever.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, written words are probably, Opie wrote it. So if you write something, it's probably easier to get as opposed to, because again, they have a bot program that probably goes around and just finds that shit.
I would hope that's what it is. And it's a misunderstanding.
But just the idea that you can't go back and forth with them. And I know they have fucking 300 million users. They can't, I get that, but it's a tremendously frustrating system.
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah.
They really are irritating.
Why
It's
would
not
you?
a democracy.
Why would you wreck a good thing? They have a good thing going, and they're just gonna fucking wreck it.
They're gonna wreck it because the next thing will have a little bit more freedom on it.
You would assume if you want to get in on this social networking shit, you would make your site, have a little more freedom.
It's like anything else. They're a publicly traded company now.
Right.
They want their sponsors, and they don't want any controversy. So any of those naughty words.
Well, how about just not? I agree with you. How about just not letting the words show up? Like if you go to type the word in, it doesn't show up, or asterisks show up, or it shows up in red,
right?
And it says this could get your account suspended. Instead of fucking having you go and do that, that would make more sense.
So whatever. I don't really need Facebook. Trust me. I don't give a fuck.
That's just irritating.
It's just ridiculous. There'll be more shit. So whatever.
I like it for family and friends.
Do you live on the 8th floor, by the way?
Yes, like Luca.
Because because Kenny woke up everybody in your building trying to find
Did he?
him.
Yeah, I heard that.
He hit every apartment number.
There's a whore in your building. Get your own man.
Janice Rossi
is a whore.
He guessed that you lived on the 8th floor, and then he rang
everyone on the 8th floor?
Apartment, yeah, trying to find you.
That's so panicky. You just go like, it was like, and you look and you're like, where am I? What am I doing? Oh, that's right. Fuck. Yeah, my stupid alarm. I guess I didn't set it. Pulled an E-Rock. Can I throw someone under a bus? No, guess not.
So that's you just heard the buzzer?
Yeah, that was it. It's like, why is the buzzer going off? What? I noticed there was a tinge of bluish light outside. It's like, oh, no. Oh, that's not the color the outside's supposed to be.
No, or the neighbor.
Shit.
Let me say hi to Ron in Indianapolis. Ron, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Ran.
Yeah, I was just calling about that whole Facebook thing. You know, as you guys talked about, it is a bot program, but I actually listened to a podcast from a guy that he got fired from Facebook, so you don't really know how true this is. But, you know, there is kind of a vigilante thing that goes on behind the scenes. If people kind of think someone's being bullied or isn't saying a word they don't like, they're not supposed to, but they can actually kind of type in keywords. So when you type in something, whatever that word is, it pops up on their computer screen, and then they can personally kick you off and go outside the bot program. They're not supposed to, but there has been problems with people doing that, and then they kind of make it their own little vigilante justice.
But let's say they have a bot that looks for the word faggot in this case. So then, okay, they come up upon my post. Wouldn't you take the 10 seconds to read the post and go, oh, he's making fun of himself?
Well, you know,
he's making fun of an old picture of himself from so many fucking years ago.
How would they know it was you? Did it say this is me?
Yes, I said it's me. So here's an old school picture of me from fucking Geneseo doing. At that point, I thought it was a college radio station, so I said doing college radio, and then I just wrote "nice mullet, faggot." Obviously, I was talking about myself.
I would bet with the whole October thing that they probably have someone there that gets pissed off because they have to go through and, you know, kill everyone's account on, you know, whenever they start posting the stuff with Denny and, you know, cocks and pussies and stuff, that they probably just get pissed off and give you one strike and you're out.
Okay. So it's probably some or a couple of assholes that just are annoyed
Exactly.
too. Okay. Right. But how come there's no one you can call there? Like, I get, again, there's a billion users, but how can, like, it's like United Airlines. You can't you have to write in, and it's so impersonal.
Yeah, it is supposed to be without any human intrusion, but people do it, and then they get fired, and then they act like it doesn't happen.
Right.
No human intrusion. That's fucking...
No customer service.
That's the worst, though. Like United, I told you I had a thing with them, and I'm on the phone with the guy. He's like, well, you're supposed to be writing in.
Right.
I'm like, you're just writing into no one because there's no real answer. They give you some bullshit corporate answer.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you violated our TOS, and that's it. There's no context. There's no nothing.
Well, a company like Facebook is making so much money. They should like have real people looking into some of this shit instead of a dumb bot program. If that's what we're talking about here,
we have a zero tolerance policy on language.
They just spent $16 billion on this WhatsApp.
Hate speech.
Is it $19 billion?
$19 billion.
Wow,
that's a lot of fucking money. Jesus.
$19 billion.
If you get a hold of someone, it's hello, may I help you?
Oh, good one.
All right, buddy.
He was doing so well.
Yeah,
that's good for you, even if the improv set's from 1988.
Let's go to Vince in Pennsylvania. Vince.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey.
Vince.
I have a kind of a feeling that it seems like my generation of like Generation X or Y, whatever I am, is going to be known for like gay rights.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay.
Like gay rights and like 6-second videos and art. It's kind of makes me wonder what the hell's going on in this world.
Wait, you're 28?
28, yeah.
So when you were growing up, did you throw around the word faggot, but you didn't mean it in a gay way?
No, never meant it in a gay way. Just more like you're an asshole.
Yeah. That's our generation. We threw that word around way before we understood what gay was.
Yeah, 100%. Never used
and if you
it
see
as
an
a
old
hate speech or anything. If you just more you're a jerk off.
If you see an old school picture of you with a mullet, it's completely acceptable to say "nice mullet, faggot."
Right.
I was talking about myself.
Part of the reason is probably because Facebook is being, this is what their thing is probably, because it's being used like by teenagers to bully each other.
Right.
And they have all these kids killing themselves because they're getting bullied on Facebook. So Facebook's like, okay, what do we do? But then there's no context to it. There's no like, okay, this guy's just, you know, making
Zero
fun of
tolerance, that's what it is. Yeah, they don't want any lawsuits.
Yeah.
They probably got legal on it. I bet they got legal on it. Let's get legal on it.
But you're right, it is publicly traded now, and that's a big problem. It's, it's
right.
You know.
Let's say hi to Bob Levy. Bob, you're up early today, sir.
We're late.
I'm always up early listening, brother.
Hi, Bob.
They probably took you off because you kind of, you know, they probably thought you were like a boy toucher with that picture you put up.
Oh.
No, really. I mean, look at how tender, Jim, how tender and young and vulnerable does he look? Like you can really take advantage of him?
Well, I will say that it was a slightly effeminate, rather delightful photo, if you want my opinion.
I look like a lesbian. What are you talking about?
Hey, you look tender, though. You do look kissable, like on the cheek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
That's probably why they took you down, because it'll take you down for almost anything. I got taken down for like a month once.
For what reason?
Just, screaming about somebody. And they take you down, and then they put you back up. You make another account, and then they put you back up.
Yeah, but what about all your friends, your Facebook friends?
No, it comes back after a while, whenever they decide. It could be like a month later.
Right.
But
you don't know how long you're suspended for?
Somebody else's picture, and you were calling them a faggot, not knowing that it was you.
But it's obvious I was calling myself a faggot, and it was also done in a humorous way.
Yeah, but
I think you're supposed to. I thought you were supposed to have some leeway if you use some of these crazy words in a humorous way. Like someone
on Facebook.
Huh?
On Facebook, you can.
Yeah, obviously, I'm learning that. I'm already very careful with what I post, but I didn't realize you couldn't use the word faggot. Maybe they should list all the words, because I looked to see what I violated, and the only thing I could think of was hate speech.
You know what?
Hate speech against myself.
Exactly what they should do. Just list the words.
List all the words.
Say. List them.
Because I could call myself a million other fucking things. I'll avoid the word faggot next time.
Somebody probably did something and wrote to them saying that you used the word faggot, and that's why they just knock you off for no reason.
Well, do they have a report button where you could report people?
Yeah,
of course.
It's great.
So
report someone.
Yeah, anonymously report.
Everyone is telling on everyone else.
Yes, bunch of little rats.
A lot of
country of secret snitches.
Snitches.
We hate the NSA. We are all the NSA.
Yeah.
We are.
We're worse than the NSA. The NSA probably will never get around to you.
Right.
No, we're a bunch of faggots.
They didn't say how long you're suspended for?
No, I have no
Just
idea.
nothing. Just
maybe it was
suspended.
there. I was just whatever.
It'll just come back. It'll just come back when anywhere from 2 weeks to a month. You'll see.
No letter of suspension had been sent.
You're in trouble now, sir.
Oh, boy.
All right, Bob. Let me say hi to Tony in Brooklyn. Tony!
Let's drink to your mullet. Let's drink to your mullet.
What's up, Tony?
Oh, that guy Vince you just talked to is 28 years old. Did you just lump yourself in with the same generation as Vince, the 28-year-old?
Yeah, good
being
one.
Almost double his age?
Yeah, good one. Is that what I was doing?
Punch it out.
Or was I trying to compare the generations to see if shit has changed over the years? I think that's the point I was going for.
Boy.
Because, yeah, obviously I'm much older, and when we were growing up, we used the word faggot a lot. So I was wondering if the newer generation, is saying the same shit.
He didn't see it that way.
Obviously. Let's say hi to Al in Virginia. Al!
Al!
What's up, Opie?
Hey, buddy.
About a month ago, about 2 months ago, I was suspended from Facebook. One of my friends made a subliminal post in regards to how he was issued a citation for posting Christmas ornaments, and the neighbors found it very offensive.
Good.
And then every single person was just commenting, "Oh, that's outrageous, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you should be offended by that, too." And I just simply said, quote, unquote, Jews. There, I said it. And apparently they found that offensive, and I got suspended for 2 days.
For saying Jew?
Yep.
In a non-derogatory manner. That's
It's just the way Jews. There.
Yeah, they're really fucking awful. Facebook, it's goody gumdrops.
Right.
Goody gumdrops. Connect with family and friends. Goody gumdrops. Fucking assholes.
John in Philly, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Last night I was watching Adult Swim, and I saw there was a commercial, a PSM, using the gay word. You can't say gay anymore. There was a couple of girls looking at their clothes saying, "Oh, this is so gay. This is so gay." And then somebody comes in.
What was the outfit, though? It was the fucking pants with a hole in the back?
You're suspended,
Yes.
Jimmy.
Oh, is it those commercials that were hot about a year ago? The NBA did it? Where
I don't know.
People would use to say, "Oh, that looks so gay," and then some idiot comes walking onto the set to say how bad that word is to say.
That's exactly what it was, yeah.
Could you find that commercial? It's ridiculous.
That's because you gay.
All right, guys, thanks.
All right.
Goodbye.
Let me say hi to Chris in Jersey. What's up, Chris?
What's up, guys? What's
Hey.
going on?
All right.
Dude, so this Facebook thing, it's just even one more exhausting fucking issue with this country. Like, I can't stand how you got to be sensitive about everything. people are talking about these kids getting bullied and shit. Dude, if you told your kid, like, just go back after somebody to stop calling me a fucking faggot or I'm going to knock you out, maybe they wouldn't want to go kill themselves if they have some kind of outlet. It's just frustrating. You can't say a word to anybody anymore.
Right.
They're trying to counteract. It's a really weird balance. There's no balance. Like, you're trying to find the difference between these teenagers, these shitty teenagers who are bullying kids and they can't handle it, so they jump off the roof, and they can't differentiate between that and a grown-up just joking around saying a word. And they're like, well, you wouldn't use the word nigger that way, but the word nigger wasn't used that way growing up. We didn't call each other niggers in the yard. You knew back then that was a fucking horrific word,
Right.
and you knew that those were fighting words. That
Knew
was
the proper way to use it.
Absolutely. You mumble it with the windows up, for Pete's sake. But you know what I mean? It's like they're trying to do something good, but they're just they're failing.
Yeah, but dude, like, I get it. They're trying to do something good, but it's like, you know, how far are we going to boil this down where you can't say anything to anybody?
I know, it's ridiculous.
It's not a single fucking word, man. It's just, you know, you work in corporate America, you can't say anything. You can't even say Christmas anymore. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'm trying to think of the equivalent, though, to, like, social media. Back when we were growing up, that wouldn't allow certain words, but there isn't really, what, on a note you're passing to someone? Like, there's really no other kind of similar outlet.
And it's not working. I mean, bullying is completely out of control. Yeah. Completely. They could do all the PSAs they want. Right. They could get all the celebrities talking about it. Ellen DeGeneres could start a campaign. Bullying is completely out of control. Completely.
And here's an idea.
And this is not. And hold on, my second point. And we're not going to fix it by banning words. Trust me. It's It's a mindset. And now that it's very easy to bully, everyone's doing it. Everyone.
Yeah, when you look
everyone's
at
bullying.
Someone our age, you'd look at it as just these fucking a hater or whatever.
Right.
You block them, you blow it off. But as a kid, imagine just being inundated by fucking abuse like you get on Twitter and stuff. We laugh about it because
we're celebrities,
because we're famous and hard-skinned. But. If you're a kid, you're fucking taking all of that to heart.
That is true. When you went home when you were a kid, it was done.
Right.
When you were a kid, now you can't get away from it.
No.
You log on to your Facebook, and it's all over you. You go on to Twitter, and it's all over you.
Yeah.
So it is a little bit different now. People are like, well, they're pussies now. Maybe, but they also are getting hit with it a lot harder than we did a lot more often.
Right. All right. Let's say hi to Doug in Syracuse. Doug.
Hello.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, I've just been listening to this conversation. You guys sound so fucking whiny about this Facebook stuff. It's unbelievable. Who cares about Facebook banning the word faggot? It's insane. You guys have been complaining about this stuff for like months and months. You've been talking about this.
No.
Why do you guys want to say faggot so badly?
It's not about wanting to say the word faggot.
Nice try, Doug. But first of all, we bring it up every once in a while because it's a really important topic in America.
I love you guys, and I listen all the time, but you talk about this all the time.
No, we don't talk about it all the time.
Yeah, and it's happening all the time anyway. It's not like it's not happening, dude.
Why wouldn't people that broadcast care about free speech and words and things that you can say on public on social media?
And you should be concerned.
It's not public. It's a private company that
in public.
It's being used as public. You know what he's talking about, dude.
Right.
Well, Mr. Semantics.
And it's slowly making its way onto satellite radio, so you should be concerned.
I'm not concerned.
There's a million things. There's a million things. There's a million things we used to be able to do. We can't do anymore. It's already here on satellite radio. It's just a matter of time before they get into the language thing here. You should be very concerned.
I'm not concerned.
Well, then
work at a gym where I
then enjoy the watered down entertainment that's coming your way, because this is where it all leads to.
We're already fucked. There's nothing we can do about it.
Oh, that's good.
That's what a silly
what
attitude
a loser.
that is.
What cubicle do you fucking hang out in?
I wish I had a job in a fucking cubicle. I don't have a fucking job in a cubicle. It'd be great if I had a job in a
regular
cubicle.
Joe, this guy?
But
What are you going to do?
But dude, the guy...
You never should have the, what are you going to do attitude. Never. You should fight right to your last breath. Over shit like this.
Because the point is, Doug, like, you'll be... Is your name Doug, right? You'll be at your job, and...
What is your
this
job?
Is annoying to us. But like you'll be at your job one day, and you'll be joking with somebody, and you'll call them a fag, or you'll just do something innocent. It'll be overheard. It'll go to the fucking what's the human resources, and they'll.
I don't have human resources. I work at a restaurant. We just have a boss.
Okay, but whatever. But like, eventually you'll get a job where there's a human resources, and you'll be fired for something. All right, you just whatever. Dude.
All right,
I don't know what to tell
thank you.
You're right. Just stop listening then.
No surprise you work in a restaurant.
Exactly. Exactly. But the point is, people who are like, who cares? Then one day they wonder, where's my job?
Yeah, what happened?
I just sent an email. It had an Obama joke. There was nothing mean about that.
Yeah, who cares? The phones are completely lit. People are all have comments about it, and they've had to deal with this in their own little worlds.
And Stop talking about it.
And there's 300 million people on Facebook. It's something that every single person I know uses in some form or another.
Right.
But not Restaurant Doug. No. What do I know? I dropped the rolls over here. I put
Todd in Florida.
Hi, guys.
Hey, what's up?
I'm the one who reported Opie.
Oh.
Oh, yeah? Why'd you do that?
Well, that word has so much more power than you guys think about. You know, I actually do a little radio show myself, and there was an argument, and it had nothing to do with my radio show.
Are you trying to do Fez? This is the worst Fez impression I've ever heard in my life.
I didn't know that, though. Whenever I hear Todd, I never know that that's actually Fez.
Yeah. Oh, there he goes.
Let's say hi to Paul in Maryland.
Paul.
At least give it an effort if you do Fez.
Right?
Hi, Paul.
What's up, Paul?
How you doing, guys?
Hey.
There is a BuzzFeed, the website, had a new buzzword coming out, and they called it microaggressions. Have you heard this one yet?
Absolutely. That fucking Canadian.
What is this?
It's big in Canada in the colleges.
Oh, it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
it's simply like if you ask somebody who may be LGBT, whatever, and you ask them if they, where's your husband, or why do you dress like a man? That's considered a microaggression.
Here's what happened in Canada. Not to interrupt you, dude, but
this is happening in America too. Or?
I'm sure it is, yeah. But Canada's a little more PC than we are.
Yeah. Right.
But there was a guy in his school. He had some position like in student government, and he had sent an email with Obama kicking in a door. It was like a Photoshop, and it was something about a school.
It said midterms, get out of here.
Yeah, midterms, get out of here. And he was hit with a microaggression because he was perpetuating a stereotype of African American aggression.
Oh, Jesus!
I mean, that's
wow.
And to the guy who called up, that's the problem. Like that guy Doug.
Yeah.
It's this obsessive nonsense.
Right.
And it happens, and now that guy who is probably, in a college, who's probably politically correct himself,
right.
I'm very sorry, I didn't mean to come out and apologize.
With a microaggression.
Yeah, however, if it was a white president, they wouldn't say that.
Not at all.
It was simply just a silly little Photoshop. Had nothing to do with Obama.
Goes with my micro penis.
Exactly. And my microphone. That's what I talk on, not into.
I mean, if you follow this down the path, are we going to start getting screwed for, like, just facial expressions, things like that? You look at somebody wrong.
Yep.
And somebody's going to have a complaint.
Yeah, because this shit doesn't. They don't get to a point where they go, okay, now we're good, and we stop. It's people that have nothing better to do with their lives.
And there's already facial expression problems. You can't wink at a girl in the hallway or give her the old eyebrows or something. If she's got a problem, she could go to Human Resources and say, it's a microaggression. I had an
issue here because looking at a girl, I would walk by and I would stare at her crotch and make echo noises. They said you can't imply that her vagina is a giant fucking hollowed out cave.
Yes, that's a maxi aggression.
Macroaggressions, absolutely.
All right, man. Let's go to Colin. What's up, Colin?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
So, I mean, I'm 30. I'm going to be 30 in June, and in our generation, like we would get bullied in school, like we wear fucking silly pants or something, and it would end at 3 o'clock. And now these kids go home and they fucking just get it all until they go to bed.
All day long. Bullying is completely out of control, and they're attacking it the wrong way. Period.
Absolutely.
Period.
There is a reasonable way they should address the online bullying. It almost seems impossible to contain.
Yeah, you teach people a certain way, like you can't allow it to affect you as much, and go after the people who are doing it, but differentiate between real bullying and a guy calling himself a faggot for a shitty photo.
Yeah. Twitter and Facebook and the rest has taught us all that the world is just filled with fucking assholes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Period.
And the anonymity, so it's hard to go after them.
Yeah.
Which makes you more of a pussy than anything else.
Absolutely.
Wasn't Huffington Post not going to allow anonymous posters after a while. Like, didn't they say they were no more? You have to like.
Really? Yeah. That's impossible to fucking do either.
Eventually they'll figure it out.
You make accounts and you just, you know.
Eventually they'll figure that out. I think that's where that shit is heading.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope that you can't do it anonymously anymore.
Right. Let me say hi to thank you, Jerry in Connecticut. Jerry.
Yeah. We had HR come to the plant yesterday because somebody called up and complained because one of the supervisors had a family picture on the beach, and his wife was wearing a bikini, so somebody was offended, so we all had to do harassment training.
Was she fat?
Yeah.
No, she was actually very pretty.
Oh.
Well, it's all surprise somebody who hated the supervisor.
Yeah, maybe.
So they'll take any offense and just try to get them in trouble or get them a reprimand.
But all you had to go through harassment training to learn what's acceptable?
Yeah, everybody in the plant had to do harassment training. It was an hour and a half of harassment training.
Oh, my God.
By the end, you all have rods. All tugging your pricks.
All right, guys.
All right.
Tugging your pricks. Jesus.
Let's say hi to John in South Carolina. John.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I got a question. I'm not really big on social medias, but what's the difference between your offensive language and, like, offensive photos that pests put on people's walls without even soliciting them?
Well, when they do that, the consequence is they do get suspended from Facebook.
But they make, accounts just to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you mean, what's the difference?
I think you're saying, why don't they get suspended? But they do.
Oh, they get suspended.
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking, John?
Is he there?
Johnny.
John's giving us the silent treatment.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, John.
Like
Didn't mean
that.
to be out of line.
Gee.
Greg in D.C., what's up?
Greg?
Good morning, boys. Long-time listener, time
More
caller.
information, Greg.
Just calling to say I'm not sure if you guys have noticed the irony in you bitching on radio about not being able to say one word, and while you're bitching, you're cursing up a storm while doing it on radio.
Yeah, none of this makes sense.
Okay, I mean, I totally agree with you. Don't get me wrong. Totally agree with you. There are a bunch of faggots over at Facebook, which is probably why they don't want you to write faggot. But we have progressed. We are moving forward. No. We don't have nudity on CNN. We can't curse on CNN, but we can say things on TV we couldn't say before.
Yeah, but you can curse on CNN. Dude, you actually can have nudity and curse. They're not FCC bound because cable is a subscription service.
Right.
They self-police for advertisers.
Yeah,
that's a choice they make, but they're allowed to.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
There's horrific video coming out of the Ukraine that you can see on any fucking news channel easily.
Yeah.
Just turn on your TV today. They're going to show you all sorts of horrific shit. But God forbid somebody curses on the same fucking channel, then all hell breaks loose. That's what I mean by it. None of this makes sense.
Yeah, it's silly.
Oh yeah.
I'd much rather have my kid hear a curse word, the word faggot, all those words, than seeing some of the fucking bloodshed that you could see anytime you turn on the fucking TV. That's way more horrific to me than language.
No, absolutely. We live in a time when no one is trying to help us figure out how in 1 second we can watch someone get their head lopped off and someone else called a pussy.
Right. Yeah. Right now, there's a injured ranger expecting first baby. They just showed a horrific picture of someone in a hospital bed.
Yeah.
That's a horrible image that was just shown on TV as we're having this discussion.
Yeah.
But,
all right, boys. Thank you very much. I'm punching out.
But if someone went on, and said, wow, that's a fucked up picture. Oh, my God. All hell would break loose. Let's see. There was something here. Oh, this guy worked on the algorithm for Facebook. Michael in Orlando, what's up? Michael.
Maybe his name's not Michael.
Michael, Orlando, Facebook.
Everyone just say hi.
Offensive words.
Yes,
you. What's your name?
Michael Sanducci.
Oh, my God.
Oh, hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
I work for the Human-Assisted Robotics branch at Facebook, and what we did, we made the algorithm that goes out and finds all those dirty words you use. Because, let me tell you, 15 years ago, I was in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, with Jim Norton riding 6-gear motorcycles, and he open-mouth kissed me.
Uh-huh. And what happened?
And then we went and found a bunch of trannies, and they slapped us in the face with their big tranny black cocks.
Hold on, this guy could be legit.
Punch it out, guys. Love you guys. Love the show. Thank you. First time caller, long time listener.
Right, you fucking douchebag.
Let's say hi to Brett in Philly.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey, man.
Yes, I'm a principal. My wife's a teacher. We work at 2 different schools.
Ooh.
She got an email from...
Where'd you meet, at a nerd convention?
She got an email from a mother checking on her kid, and she wrote back, "He's doing good. He's just having some trouble with the bigger kids." Well, the B on the keyboard is right next to the N on the keyboard.
No way.
So she wrote that to a parent and realized it after she got a response from the parent. She was reprimanded, even though it was like an obvious typo. The class was 99% African American.
We're not completely unreasonable here. That's a tough one.
Yeah, she didn't get fired, right?
That's a tough one.
Yeah,
I believe you that it was a mistake, but what are they supposed to do?
Wow.
Yeah.
And they probably didn't fire her because of the context. They obviously knew it was a mistake.
Right.
But when you read that, like, hey, you got to be careful because of the nigger kid, it's kind of hard to not to say to the principal, why did you write that to a parent?
Right.
You can't just tell a parent to walk that one off.
Right. At least they didn't fire her.
Yeah.
But I think that's a tough one, man.
Yes.
That's unfortunate, is what that is.
I found it pretty amusing.
You know how many times I've inadvertently written bigger?
That damn pesky B button.
Yes, they are very close.
Right. Let's say hi to Kevin in Arizona. Kevin.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I don't understand how anybody cannot be concerned about the direction of this country's going in with this language shit. This dishwasher Doug is living in a fucking bubble.
Dishwasher Doug.
Yes, he's living in a bunch of bubbles and suds.
Pots and pans.
But, I'm a dumb fucking truck driver out of here. And
Yes, we assume
I'm concerned
that.
about this language.
You're a fan of the show. I'm kidding.
But, in the trucking industry now, they're putting cameras and microphones in the trucks to listen in on
Microphones?
On the conversations what you're having going down the road with whoever. They're becoming intrusive on everything, on every level. And you guys bring it to the forefront.
As long as you're doing your job, who gives a fuck what you're saying in your own cab?
Well, see, but that's
a lot of these jobs, unfortunately, and are shitty jobs that people just have to have, and then they turn around and make it even worse.
Yeah,
an even shittier job.
Yeah, and that's what it's become because we go down the road and I'll talk to a number of my friends, and we're sitting there razzing each other all the time. We call each other faggots all the time, dickheads, and whatever.
What else?
We have certain individuals and within the ranks of the company that are offended by, we have a girl working here. Oh, you can't say anything to this girl because she's looking for a lawsuit.
I can't believe it's hit the trucking industry. That's just amazing to me.
Yeah.
You guys should be able to do whatever the fuck you want as long as you're doing your job properly.
I bet they consider it like a character issue, so if they hear you saying certain things, even on your own time, they can base who you are and what, the type of person you are by derogatory slurs or things like that, and then fire you for that.
See, the problem is, this wouldn't be an issue if nobody complained when they got fired. Like, all the people that go, who cares, let it go. When they get called into human resources for something stupid or innocuous or the picture of the wife or the fucking sexy joke that gets taken out of context, and they're like, well, I violated terms of service, I'm fired. That would be fine. But when it happens, people are like, what the fuck happened? I didn't...
Right.
But meanwhile, when everybody else got fired, you didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Right. It's ridiculous. All right, Kevin, thank you.
Thank you, Wood.
Welcome, Kevin. Damn truckers, all politically correct. That's sad.
Yeah. A friend of mine got a surprise drug test yesterday, and that got me thinking, too. Why
It's a weird gift.
But why that? As long as you're doing your job, what the fuck? Who gives a fuck what you're doing?
What does he do for a living? A sperm donor.
Regular office shit. Nothing where it would be important to be, completely sober or whatever. But if you're on the weekend, smoking a little pot and stuff, and then you go to work on Monday or Tuesday and they surprise drug test you, I don't think that's right either. That's none of their fucking business as long as you're doing your job properly.
You're doing your job,
Or if you're not a pilot or something. You know.
No, this absolutely is not in that type of work.
Tap dancer.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
Very
he's
dangerous.
not. Yeah. But I mean, if you show the signs that something's not right, then okay, fine. But just people that are just, working hard and they absolutely do their jobs proper, and then they could get fucked for a drug test out of nowhere. I think that's completely ridiculous, too. Why did they start that shit?
How did that get started in those industries where it doesn't really matter?
No, I would understand some of the professions, I guess, but,
If you're a cop, I don't want you doing cocaine. If you're
all jacked up.
Yeah, and also you don't want someone getting addicted to something that's so expensive. There's certain professions, but if you're just a regular guy,
this is regular office shit. He's not out there with the public.
Again, that goes with context and complete lack of it in going through all this shit.
Oh, this person passed, but it just got me thinking, like, what the fuck? Your life isn't yours anymore whatsoever.
No, you're right.
It's just not.
Yeah, you can't even lead your life.
No. They own you.
Freedoms.
They own you so they could give you a shitty paycheck every 2 weeks.
Bastards.
What the fuck is this guy talking about? Troy in Tampa, what's up?
Hey, that last trucker that was on the phone was full of shit. The microphones and the cameras in the vehicles have nothing to do with PC language or anything like that. I work for a fleet tracking company. It's because truck drivers will get into like an accident, maybe not in the larger trucks, sometimes in the smaller ones, like they'll hit somebody or they'll hit a vehicle and they'll never report it. And then the company will get something that they're getting sued about an accident and they never found out about it. So they put the cameras in the vehicle so they can actually track that type of stuff. So if a vehicle gets into an accident, they know it ahead of time. They can respond appropriately and all that shit. And also the microphones are, if they're doing a side job or something like that, they can track that. It has nothing to do with them
but then you're
calling,
Then you're in your cab, and this is recording you, and you're going to have to be on your best behavior.
Yeah, it's going to have a secondary effect there.
And I'm always suspicious of this shit. Yeah. Because what else will they use it for?
Yep.
Down the road.
You're right, but they're not looking for that. Like usually the people that own these type of companies, they're truckers themselves. They're not. If anything, they protect their driver on something like that at any cost. They're mainly just looking to cover their own ass on an accident or a side job.
But they usually get it out there again under the guise that it's good for you, it's helping you, it's making everyone safe. And then they find other ways to use it. Yeah. Easy Pass is always a good example. Hey, look, you got Easy Pass. You don't have to wait on the toll line anymore. Oh, great. It's very convenient. Wait, I got a ticket because it timed me how long it took me to get between point A and A and B? Or it's being used in a divorce case because it's showing that I'm using a bridge that isn't on its way to my house or something. It's always that way. They never just throw something at you. We talked about the progressive insurance thing they put in your car to like a little black box to see how fast you're going, and it lowers your rates. It's great until the insurance company uses it against you because you were driving like an asshole.
Yeah, but they can track you from your phone. Like literally, somebody showed me something on the iPhone which I didn't know, and I mean, some of you Apple Guys who I, of course, know this, but there's additional information. Apple always knows where you are.
Yes,
but it was just one extra button to scroll, and I was like, holy fuck, it had the addresses of where I had been.
Wow.
And I didn't realize.
That stuff is true, but we don't say that because we work for the company and we won't make money anymore. I work for a tracking company, so we don't go over that.
Oh, you do you?
Come on, guys.
Yeah, well, there's a camera in my vehicle mounted.
Oh.
But it faces me because what happened was I would get home and people would be writing me and they'd be, do you know what adorable faces you make when you drive? So I decided to film it and then rewatch myself when I get home, which I do at night.
Jesus. Imagine Jimmy alone in his dark apartment.
Watching myself.
Watching yourself.
Oh, look. Blink, 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 blink.
I am adorable.
Yeah. Blink. Ed leans over the passenger seat for 20 minutes, then back up. Blink, blink, blink.
Oh, view blocked of Jimmy by Adam's apple.
Wait a minute.
It's a tranny.
I got it. Oh. It's just mean-spirited. Yes. I'm reporting you. What's your account? Yanked. By account, I mean life.
Let's go to Paul in Jersey. Paul.
Yay!
Paulie. What's up?
Hey, I'm here. Sorry about that. Real quick, I've been banned since, or whatever, blocked since, who was the name of the girl that retired, I'm sorry, Philly. The intern, when she left, you guys had the party for her with the cake and all that stuff, and then you put up a bunch of photos on the ONA page, and me and a few other people made comments, and since then we've been, you can't like anything, you can't comment again.
Jackie or Sydney, I'm sure.
Months ago?
It was Jackie or Sydney.
Jackie or Sydney.
About 8 months ago. Yeah, about 6 months ago. What was your post?
I'll be honest, I don't remember. I know I mentioned the word jizz somewhere in there about the fluffing on the week. But there were people there when I had gone back and to check other comments. I mean, there was stuff way worse than that. Right. I don't know if the N-word was out there, but I know Who Kid. There was a couple of photos of him, like, getting up on her or whatever. And people wrote a lot less, a lot worse than that, and they were still on there, like, hours later. The comments were still up there, so I was curious. I was wondering if you guys had someone that actually...
Oh, we didn't. We have nothing. We're not banning it for using the word jizz on our Facebook page.
We love jizz.
Exactly, dude. You can mention any beverage you want.
I didn't think so.
No, of course not.
I mean, that's the thing that sucks. You don't know who reported you. You have no clue who it was that reported you.
Well, obviously, Facebook has a whole list of words that they don't want you, writing on your post. So maybe it's time to show all the words that you're not allowed to use,
or flag them when they come up.
Because I could see using the word jizz in a humorous way, and there's a difference.
Right. And I actually messaged you too, but you never answered. I was kind of
sorry.
About that,
sorry about that. I try to get back
with
to
the
people.
kids. I understand.
What if you use 2 9s instead of the G's?
Oh, I'm sure they got that figured out too.
Yeah, they'll suspend you for that too.
But
the clever little ways of getting around those words. Yes.
Oh, hold on. This guy wants to comment about the guy in Tampa, the trucking thing, where the guy said, the real reason why they're using cameras and microphones. Now we have another trucker pissed off. Go ahead, Robert.
Hey, man, I hate to use the cliche, that guy's full of shit, but he is. I was stuck in traffic going across the New Jersey Turnpike, so I had to take a piss, right?
Yeah.
So they have certain things in the truck where if you slam on brakes hard or swerve a certain way, the camera turns on. Well, sometimes on the Jersey Turnpike, you have to slam on brakes. Well, I slammed on brakes because of traffic. Well, after about an hour and a half of sitting there, I had to, pee in my Gatorade bottle. Well, they were tracking me, and about a week later, I got pulled into the office. They showed me the video of me, standing up, pulling my dick, pissing in a Gatorade bottle, and the woman that was tracking me said it was inappropriate activity.
Oof.
Not called for, and I got terminated.
There you go. There you go. I know this is true.
So that guy talking about for insurance purposes. No, yeah, they use it for accidents, but they have a camera facing outward and they have a camera facing inward to make sure that you're not talking on the phone or texting. But if you slam on that camera turns on.
And, that's right. And every single guy has peed into a fucking bottle while Jesus Christ. while they've been driving. Every single fucking guy listening.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's exactly what we're talking about. Yeah. I believe you too, Robert.
All right, thanks, man.
And then motherfuck the trucking company, but they've probably been sued because somebody was texting it. So what the trucking company says, you probably have to sign something like if you're texting and you have an accident, you what's the word when you relieve somebody of responsibility?
We've heard it here all the time.
Yes, many times. Indemnify. Right. Maybe there's something like, well, hey, if you are texting or you're drinking and driving, you indemnify the company. Yeah. So they want to fucking film you and make sure that you're not texting and having an accident, so they can't be. It's all this legal. It's all comes down to legal shit and getting sued.
Mm-hmm.
All of it.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a guy. Yeah. Here's a guy. Ryan in Philly. Go ahead.
Ryan.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, Ryan.
I run an ambulance company up in the North.
You must be fast.
We have GPS units and cameras on our ambulances. The cameras are there if the crew gets into an accident, okay? It rewinds the last 30 seconds, all that stuff. But the GPS units are there so we can find out where they are, and we fuck them left and right on it.
Oh, yeah?
Well, we track everywhere they go. So, if you're supposed to be up in northeast Philly and you're down in Kensington getting a blowgie, we don't. We can't do that. I don't know if you guys know what a blowgie is. So it's a blowjob and a hoagie, but this is what the guys do. Fuck up all day long.
Wait a minute. First of all, where do they sell those? What a great combination.
Kensington, he said.
Kensington.
That's a rough area. Jesus Christ.
I love a hoagie and a blowjob.
I would imagine the hoagies suck as much as the blowjobs down there.
Probably.
There's a lot of fucking cracked out people down in the Kensington area.
Dropping lettuce into some girl's hair. She slobbers on your penis. Did I ever tell you the time I got a hooker, a Spanish girl, and she had been eating peanut brittle? And
Peanut brittle?
Yeah, and my cock smelled like peanut butter, which I literally could smell the peanut butter. She was eating like peanut, crunchy peanut butter cookies or something.
That's disgusting.
You're telling me.
Yuck.
Try going home with that and your straight Asian pubes. That's why I shave them. My pubes are Asian looking.
But everyone knows the GPS thing is happening, so who the fuck would take a chance and go to Kensington for a blowgie there, Ryan?
Well, I never said my employees were the brightest bunch of eggnogs in the group, but, that's okay.
Right.
They get the job done. But the other thing is the owner of my company yesterday installed cameras with recording device speakers in my office. So now I need to go outside on my cell phone to complain about the sneaky fucking Russian because I can't do it in my office anymore. The dispatcher called me up. He's micing everything now.
People hiding from the electronic devices. So fucked up, man.
Everyone's just telling on everyone.
Just rats.
Do you hear this, Doug? Stupid Doug.
Oh, he's scrubbing away at a pot. Oh, the spaghetti sauce is burnt on.
Yeah, he's complaining.
Oh.
Everyone's just telling on each other.
Country of fucking sin. But it's the whole world. It's Canada. It's England. It's everywhere.
It's disgusting.
Yep.
All right.
Guys are punching out. Have a good one.
All right, one more, and then we'll move on to something else. Richard in Philly, what's up?
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Hey, man.
Hey, Dick.
Hey, thanks. My point of view is the client side, because I totally disagree with the truckers. At the end of the day, if there's a lawsuit, it's the client who's got to pay for it. And Jimmy's right that it definitely is becoming money and lawsuits, but that's really what it's all about. Why all these technologies in the trucks? Because if an accident happens, the company is liable for it. The driver might be a little liable for it, but the client's 100% liable for it.
Always goes back to the lawyers.
That's all it's about. It's all it's about. But unfortunately, that's all the bullshit of the world.
Yeah, for the accident, maybe, but it's just the fact that they use it for so many other things to fuck the people over under the guise that it's for the accidents and insurance, but it's not.
Well, there was a big accident in Philly today. That was a big truck that turned over and a guy died. I guarantee you that someone's going to be suing that company, even if it wasn't the driver's fault.
But that's going to happen, regardless.
Yeah, but if the technology's in the truck and shows that it wasn't the driver's fault, then the company isn't liable.
Yeah, and that's a point where it's like it is invasive, but people, and the lawsuits can be legitimate. I mean, if you're driving and a guy fucking plows into you, you should sue him.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this greed that we've displayed, this unnecessary litigation, this grabbing for, and we wonder why fucking the companies respond to protect themselves when a lot of times it's not reasonable. It's not fucking the right thing. If you fuck that company, I'm just going to grab money from them.
Right.
And like, what are they supposed to do? Not respond and protect themselves?
Yeah. Very true. But also with the new DOT laws out there, there's so much more restriction out there on these truck drivers these days.
Yeah.
It's not fair for the drivers, of course. It's not fair for the company. But that's the way the government's putting in these laws and these rules to try to protect everyone.
But then you got
I don't think it's right, but that's what it is.
But then you got that guy that was pissing in a fucking bottle, and he gets fired for it, using the same equipment you'd use for the accident protection.
He's bullshitting. I don't believe
I don't know. I kind of believe that.
I kind of believe that.
I kind of believe a woman would be like,
right.
Maybe. But at the end of the day, it really does come down to money.
Again, it's always the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Notice that? Nothing ever gets done at the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
That's the problem with this country.
Right. At the beginning of the day. But
what's the end of the day? The last half hour? Last half hour, everyone decides to do everything?
11:40.
Right.
A lot of stuff gets done.
Sure does. Chris in Wisconsin.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I'm a cattle hauler. I've been doing it for 10 years.
hauler.
Drives you out to work.
Fuck you guys. But listen, this is very prevalent.
I'm still laughing at that fucking Eric Fat joke.
It's okay. I'm kidding. He looks great, by the way. He is losing weight.
All right, guys.
But I delivered a load of cows in California, and I couldn't get them out of the trailer. I got trapped inside the trailer. And basically, after about 30 minutes of no one helping me, I fucking yelled at him and said, "Get the fuck out of my trailer." And someone overheard that and reported me. And now I got USDA crawling up my fucking ass.
Come on.
I got to take courses. No, that's
This
not
guy's hilarious. What, for cursing at cows?
Yeah, I swear, dude. We're not allowed. Here's the thing, dude. It's so strict now. You can't use a shocker to get them off anymore. You can't use a hot shot on a lot of the cattle. And it's not that you try to hurt them. They look down your trailer and they don't want to fucking go down. So there you are, stuck in the trailer or on the outside, climbing on the side of the fucking trailer trying to get them out. And it's 100 fucking degrees out, and you have nothing to protect
You can't
yourself.
zap them anymore.
Wait, you can't zap them even though you're leading them to the slaughterhouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Is there? Do you guys? There's a big case or a big thing in Danish, whatever, in Europe, where in order to kill animals, they have to like zap them first. Like I guess render them whatever.
Right.
But Jews and other like religious groups are complaining because for the food to be kosher, they have to be slaughtered while they're awake.
Ooh.
And the Danish, which I actually like that the Danish group or whatever it was said, no, the fucking animal rights come before religion, which I kind of like. A lot of people won't like that. So I don't mind eating meat, but just fucking knock the cocksucker out first. But if your religion says that he has to be awake while you cut his throat, well, fuck you.
Jesus, that's rough.
So are we like that here or no? You don't have to zap him first.
Nah, they just put that bolt through their head.
Oh, they do.
Make it all quick.
The No Country for Old Men thing.
Right.
Where you put that thing against the guy's head and just poof.
Oh, is that how they kill him?
Yeah.
Is it instant?
The bolt. Yeah, it pretty much just fucking sends a piece of skull right through their brain.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they reuse the bolt?
And they're delicious. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a piece of metal that kind of pops out of a...
Punctures
it doesn't leave the device.
It
just
punctures
goes,
the skull.
Yeah.
And then uses that skull fragment against you.
And they die immediately.
Pretty
they're
much.
pretty fucking... They do that stiff leg thing. And then they're tasty treats.
So, Chris, you really cursed at the cattle, and that's what got you in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, it's the rules are you can't cuss, you can't show any type of aggression toward the animals. You can't you can't like we used to have these wooden sticks. And they're not sharp or anything. It's not like that. But you can't jab them or nothing. You have a rattle paddle, and you can go shooka shooka. Please get off my trailer. That's
oh my God, this is too much.
Yeah, it's pretty much it. Like, dude, I've had it like where I've literally when you go to pick up your animals or something, and they're like, oh yeah, we can't let you load out here with the hot shot. Dude, it'll take you an hour and a half in the fucking heat. You'll be sweating your balls off, but like
don't
you
upset
can hit the
the
shit out of them with the rattle paddle. You can hit the shit out with the, with something else, but you can't shock them to get them on the trailer because
a rattle paddle.
Yeah, that's what we call it, dude.
And the smart cattle, they're not going to move. They understand what's going on.
No.
They're going to be like, fuck you, right?
Sir, I got a solution for you, sir. Here's what you do. You get your truck, you put it in reverse. You do about 90. And you jam on the brakes and watch them all fly out. Oh, would that be hilarious?
Oh, Anthony, I swear sometimes I don't know where you get your...
I'm incorrigible.
Yeah.
That means
guys,
gay.
Jesus. Bill in Pennsylvania. Bill.
Yeah, I'm a truck driver and stuff, and I live in my truck. I live in it 7 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks at a time.
Oh, wow.
And they had before,
they
had a camera in for a time being, and I kept thinking, saying, you know what? I'm in the back there watching a movie in my pajamas, sometimes with a shirt on, I'm not, and all of a sudden you'll look up and you'll see that little red light come on. And I'm in a truck stop.
That's what I'm talking about. They have no business doing that as long as you're doing your job proper.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. You live in that thing.
It's basically their home.
Right.
These guys are on the road for weeks at a time. It's literally their bedroom.
How big is your truck? Like how big is the trailer inside the cab?
Shit.
It's
a box.
It's about 10 feet in the air, and it's like it's like an RV.
So cause I love those big, I'm dying to go in one of those giant cabs. You have like a little bunk in the back, and what's above you? That little thing that kind of comes up on the roof, it looks like a little half a V. Is that for storage, or is that where you sleep?
Yeah. They got this one here has got bunk beds in it. I could put the top down, and another person could sleep in here.
And can you shit in there anywhere, dude, or do you have to have a porta potty, or do you have to go into a rest stop every time?
Go on a rest stop, but there is ones that got a little bit bigger than this. They got showers and everything.
Jesus.
They got showers in those fucking cabs?
Yeah, they're not fucking around anymore. But the point is that they turned the camera on while you were sitting there.
Yeah, it's his house.
I told my boss to get it out of my truck, or I was going to rip it out.
Right.
Because that's an invasion of my privacy, I told him.
Of course it is. Because you got downtime. I mean, your job dictates that you got to just stay out on the road. So you absolutely have downtime while you're in your truck.
Yeah.
So they have no business turning the stupid camera on.
But the thing is, it's just like that stupid law that came up that after 8 hours, you got to take a half-hour break. Well, if I drive 11 hours, I got to take a 10-hour break. What is 2 more hours?
Mm.
You know?
Right. Oh, hold on, I'm doing the math.
Great.
So,
all right, brother.
Fucking cabs and shit. All I'm stuck on now is I love those giant cabs. I want to go in not a smelly old one, but a nice one.
Ooh,
I want to look at it.
Like a little apartment.
Yeah.
Someone's not getting the point. The camera's a good idea. Friends' parents were killed from a truck driver who was smoking meth. Okay, but we're not. We're talking about where they're also using it because you're peeing into a Gatorade bottle, or you're cursing at the cattle. And also, or maybe saying some naughty words to other truck drivers while you're bored out on the highway. That's what we're focusing on here today.
Also, the fucking the toxicology report will show he was smoking meth.
Right.
There you go.
I understand why some of these companies. Well, here's a company guy. He wants the company standpoint. Kevin in Nebraska. Kevin.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I just wanted to point out, and it might be a little late, but I'm not talking about the peeing in the bottle and stuff, but the reason a lot of these things exist is because of productivity. Since everybody and their brother is texting, I run a manufacturing site, and I catch people with cell phones all the time that are liable to hurt themselves because they're not paying attention.
Right.
That's really the big driver for a lot of the companies, too, and it's no different than driving down the road. You see people texting, that's the biggest issue. And I'm not against it, don't get me wrong, but that's what the companies are trying to protect themselves against at this point.
All right, but then they're using it for just things that are completely out of control, no?
Yeah, at some point it's going to become a legal issue the other way when you start embarking on people's privacy like that when somebody's peeing in a bottle. I mean, you do have your own rights, but from my standpoint, though, in manufacturing, that's why we use them all the time, just to keep an eye on the employees. And productivity suffer because they're always on their phone,
Yeah. Right.
If you don't, if you're not being productive, you're not turning the dime and not making any money for the company.
Listen to this guy.
Don't you fire that guy? And then maybe people will wake up and go, "Oh fuck, they're firing because productivity is down."
Yeah. You can, we use it as a coaching tool initially, but, some people never wake up to it.
Right. All right.
But can't there be something in the cab that kind of just knows when a cell phone's being used as opposed to listening to everything? It's not that hard to tell if a phone's being used.
Yeah, you're probably right with that.
Like if the phone is used, can't you have something like a piece of metal that will slam down in front of the windshield?
All right, guys.
That might be bad on the highway.
Wow, would that be terrible?
Veterinarian wants in on the cattle cursing thing.
I don't blame him. How do you not after seeing all those cattle vaginas?
Right.
Will in Texas. Will.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, the deal is you can't let these guys have hot shots and poles and all kinds of other bullshit because they're not smart enough to use them properly.
Oh.
So they stress these animals out. It decreases the quality of the meat. It increases the amount you got to cut off. And on top of that, it's a main issue,
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's certain things you can't, I don't know. That hot shot's pretty fun, though, to use.
Yeah, it's more fun to use. It's more fun to use on your buddies.
That's true.
Do the cattle get their feelings hurt when they get yelled at and cursed at? And does that mess up the quality of the meat?
Yeah, it stresses them out.
I don't think the cow knows that you're saying "fuck you" to them or "moo."
No, that shit doesn't bother them.
Yelling at them, they don't care about that.
All right.
It's more the beating.
All right.
So
yeah,
thank you.
But anyway, that's the reason why there's too many humane issues and people make a fucking video and all that shit. You just got to standardize everything. So
this is well balanced. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's an answer for everything.
There is.
Let's say hi to Daniel in Jersey.
Morning, boys.
What's up? You want to talk about kosher slaughtering?
Yeah, so Jimmy mentioned before about this law they passed in Denmark banning kosher and halal slaughtering.
Right.
Just so you know, I am Jewish and I do only eat kosher.
It's very obvious you're Jewish.
Oh, Opie, you're going to get suspended.
It's very obvious, sir.
Well, thanks. One of the issues that I read that people are having with it is actually, if you saw in the news a couple of weeks ago, there was a state-run zoo in Denmark.
Yes.
That had a issue with the giraffe.
Yes.
Where basically they had this young giraffe that had been born in the zoo, and they said they didn't want to keep it there with the other giraffes because it can cause problems with inbreeding and mess up the genetic pool.
So don't let the giraffe fuck.
Yeah, we also.
There's the solution. Put him in its own area and don't let him fuck.
Right.
The way they killed that giraffe was unbelievable in front of everybody, and then they turn around and said, "Well, it's a teaching tool."
Yeah.
Sure.
I can't imagine allowing my kid to see a giraffe being fucking murdered.
And then hacked apart.
And then hacked apart right in front of everybody.
Slowly choked is one thing.
Lip chokeable necks.
Right. So the people are saying, you really don't give a damn about animal rights because look what you allowed them to do to this giraffe. And obviously, they're saying there might be some ulterior motive.
Anti-Semitism. Look, dude, I know what you're saying. I don't believe that it's anti-Semitism because one dumb zoo doing a shitty thing to a giraffe is not the policy of the whole country when it comes to food people are eating every day. And I happen to agree with the policy, and I'm not even remotely anti-Semitic. But to me, if any religion says, yeah, the animal has to sit there and feel it while you slice its throat while somebody blesses it, that's just fucking childish thinking.
He's gone.
Oh, okay. God, why'd he go?
I don't know. I don't know what happens, but you still get the point out. So
yeah, I mean, it's like, no, my religion said the animal has to be conscious. Really?
Right.
How fucking dumb is that?
Very.
Yeah.
Because of the magic stories that people adhere to.
Yeah, this animal has to suffer more.
There might be a lot of people disappointed.
Yeah.
In the end. Let's say hi to Josh in North Carolina. Josh.
Hey.
His phones are just not stopped. They're just ringing off the hook today. Yes, Josh.
I've got a plumber's van, just like Anthony did when he was in New York.
Oh,
and
boy.
They put him in our vans.
Yeah, that would have fucked me over years ago.
Yeah, it's awesome. They see and hear and record everything we're doing.
That would be just creepy.
For a plumber? Like, what the fuck? Who cares what a plumber's doing?
It seems creepy, man.
Yes.
What the fuck? And there's someone that's getting off on it.
Yeah. Just trying to find what you're doing. A busybody.
Ear to the speaker and the pen in the right hand, just waiting to catch you doing something.
Anthony, why are we tracking you down in Northport Harbor? Why are you down at the boat slip?
There's wiretap laws. You can video, but you can't audio. You can't record a conversation you're not a party to.
But can you if they have knowledge of it, though?
No, some states. Well, I don't. That's another thing. If you can sign your rights away,
I think at a job you probably can.
I don't know. Some states it's one person consent. Some states two people have to consent.
But don't they like here? Don't you when you come into Sirius? Don't you say that anything that is said in the hallways or whatever? You kind of sign away your right to privacy, at least in this part of the building and in the studio. So you can sign away your right to privacy if it's not not wiretapping, if it's almost like a camera in your office. Do you know what I mean?
Audio is different than video.
What if you have a dash
video is no
cam?
problem except for a bathroom or a changing room, a bedroom.
Right, the places where video should be.
Darn it, yes.
But the sign they put up at Sirius is for like when they have shows and an audience comes in and it's going to be recorded.
Yeah.
I would assume they've found a workaround because it seems like it's happening a lot. So,
or that would invalidate it. If it was illegal, that would invalidate all the things that the companies are using.
I'm sure companies have policies and procedures, but
it doesn't.
They can't violate law.
Doesn't seem right when they're using it for stuff that has nothing to do with the job at hand. Doesn't seem right.
Damn.
All right, we're going to take a break. Phone's still lit. Everyone wants in on this topic. Maybe we'll continue with that, or maybe we'll do something else. Stay there.
Oh, this is probably bad, right?
Not good.
This is probably bad.
Oh boy, not good.
This used to be such a nice, fun song to hear, and now,
oh boy, lost 100 11 years ago.
Damn.
Great White. The Great White Fire.
Did we ever do a break about Great White? Yeah.
Oh, boy.
That Bobby Brown chick in that fucking video. God damn.
Good old Bobby Brown.
Yeah. Yeah, best lick in town. Oh, a candle, and you live and learn, you know? Gotta be careful with those candles.
A little foresight right there.
It's terrible.
Foreshadowing, whatever. Yeah.
Baby. I liked Great White.
Wish you did.
Of course. Baby.
Some big fucking people send me photos of their trucks.
Yeah.
Their cabs. Karl Malone drives one from the Utah. He plays for the Jazz.
Sure.
I guess because he likes a big truck and he's got all that room in Utah. I want to get into a giant, like, fucking custom. Not a custom one, though. That's
just have one of our listeners drive you to the next gig you have.
Ooh.
You can pull up. You jump in with your bag, your duffel bag.
Take a little nappy.
Little nappy.
No, I'd want to sit up. I want to pull the horn.
Do you?
Jesus Christ.
But I don't mean a custom one that's like not practical. I mean one that a guy will use to go state to state. Like,
Right.
you know, a real used one.
Mm-hmm. You should do that as a goof. Hitch a ride. Hitch a
for the
ride to
seller, maybe.
Washington,
That's it.
man. You're going to Washington soon, right? Oh, no, that passed.
Yes.
Wait.
No, I go to Tampa and Ontario, California, which I'm not driving to, and Pittsburgh next week.
Pittsburgh. That's a perfect one. Jump in a cab all the way to Pittsburgh. Pizza Hut manager caught urinating in sink, fired. Well, okay.
Oh, boy.
There's probably a camera installed at that Pizza Hut.
I'm sure that's what got him.
Health officials have temporarily shut down a southern Western Virginia pizza restaurant after a district manager was caught on surveillance video urinating into a sink. Oh, here's the video.
Didn't he know there's a camera right there?
Why is he urinating in the sink?
You got to piss.
Oh, man. Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
This is not sanitary.
It is.
Oh, he's right
Look at that
there
scream.
pissing.
Yeah, he's really pissing.
He really had to go.
It's a bit disturbing, but you know what? It's not going to affect the pizza.
Oh, no. What about splatter?
No.
It's a very shallow sink.
But you're not making the pizza anywhere near there.
How did he think he was going to
You
get
shouldn't
away
be
with that?
doing that, obviously, but I don't think you have to shut down the whole pizza.
Oh,
joint.
God. I say fucking wrap it up in biohazard tape.
Yeah.
Dude, how did he think he'd get away with that?
I know.
Do you not know there's a camera there, or are you so used to the camera being there that in 24 hours you think no one's going to watch it?
I would assume there's a fucking camera everywhere. So, you know, no shenanigans like that.
Metal sink and in a food preparation area.
Yeah, that looks a little prep area-ish.
Occurred after business hours. Yeah, the guy looks like he's a little out of it or something. He's washing now, though. He's washing the pee away. You see that?
He rinsed the sink. Yeah,
he rinsed it around.
Rinse.
He's doing the right thing.
The right thing. Oh, boy. Is this a loop, or has he just really got to piss? We watched him piss like three times already.
He drank coffee. It's a diuretic. It's like me on a plane. 3 seconds.
It's going to remain closed until it's thoroughly cleaned.
Wow. They don't put up with any shit.
And they want to make sure there's safeguards in place so this doesn't happen again.
I think you just got to tell people don't piss in the sink. We're watching you. That's the safeguard in place. What else are you going to do?
I pissed in a sink once. What are you going to do?
Yeah?
Pizza Hut, though?
No, at a bar.
Oh.
At a bar, long line. I said, fuck this, and I peed in the sink, and then I had to awkwardly tell my date that we had to leave because I just got caught peeing in the sink.
Oh my God, how mad was he?
You got caught. Justin Bieber pissed in a mop bucket in a club once.
Yeah.
Because he's, rebel.
He is rebel.
Crazy.
He's absolutely a rebel.
Yeah, you could piss in like a slop sink in the basement.
You never pissed in a sink?
Yeah.
But in a bar or anything?
No, nothing like that. No. I'd usually just, if I had a piss and the bathroom's full, you go out back.
So awkward, though. Walking back to the table and my buddy's there because it was like sort of a double date thing.
You gotta go.
And I had to tell everyone we had to leave. And then they're like, "But why? We just got this pitcher of beer." I'm like, "Oh." And the guy is right behind me. He was kind of nice about it in a weird way, instead of just yanking me out and throwing me on my face. But because I basically, said, look, just give me 1 minute, please.
For old time's sake.
And then we had to leave awkwardly.
Yeah.
I never saw that girl again.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you were the sink piss guy.
Yeah. What? Let's say hi to Mark in Ohio. Mark.
Hey,
what's up?
I'm just laughing. When you said you started this conversation, I just remembered I was like 15. This club I used to go to, health club I used to go to out west. It was me and one other dude. We're sitting in the jacuzzi. This guy's just pissing me off because he won't stop talking. Oh, yeah, it was very romantic. And I decided, screw this. I got up and I went in the sauna, and I said, you know what? Fuck it. And I just took a piss all over the rocks in the sauna.
Oh God.
Come on.
On the rocks?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
A big fog of piss fucking
How bad did
vapor.
that smell?
It was just...
Fucking asshole.
That's
this guy
bad.
this guy follows me in there, right? Like a minute later.
Yeah.
And I just I saw him coming, so I walked out the door. He comes out screaming, I swear to God, if they find out who did this, because he knows it's me, and I'm looking at him, I said, yeah, it's pretty bad, isn't it? That's terrible. I can't believe someone would do it.
I can't imagine the smell.
That would really be bad.
But it makes it quite steamy in there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was horrendous.
Well, that's funny, brother.
Horrendous.
All right.
Later.
Let's say hi to Scott in Boston. Scott.
Hey, when I was at your show at the Worcester Centrum, there was so many fucking people going to the bathroom. I ended up pissing in the water fountain right outside the men's room at the Centrum.
See?
Oh, that's going to splatter up on the mouthpiece.
See?
Yep. Dude, there was fucking 30 guys in line. We were all like, oh, whatever, fuck it. Pissed in there.
I was pretty much just a kid. I mean, home from college, and there was a long line. I'm like, I can't wait or hold it in. What are you going to do? I thought I got away with it, too, man. I'm sure someone ratted me out and went and got the bouncer. Thanks, Scott. And most of these bars are shitholes. I mean,
crap anyway.
You might as well just pee in the sink. It's an extra urinal in a lot of these places.
You see that at games and stuff, lines of sinks and people just pissing in those.
Man, I was also at a Black Crow show many years ago. I'm trying to remember where, somewhere here in the city, and had to get there early. And I was a huge Black Crows fan, and I was like 15 feet from the stage, right in the middle, and it was like people just packed in where you couldn't fucking move. And so grabbed a couple beers because there's no way I'm going to get to the bar anytime soon.
Yeah.
And then a couple beers in you got to fucking pee. I peed right there in my beer bottles and put them on the floor.
Yeah. Oh.
And I'm sure I wasn't the only one.
And then people kick them over.
Yeah.
Piss on the floor.
I wasn't going to lose my spot.
Damn. My spot.
There's no way I was going to lose my spot. And everyone's crushed in. They don't even know you're peeing right next to them into a beer bottle.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
You got to start smelling it though.
At a show?
Yeah, maybe not.
Nah, not really. Let's say hi to Josh in D.C. Josh.
What's up, boys? How you
He's
doing?
joshing us.
Hey, man.
I hope you'll appreciate this with your family in Philly. But I was about 9 or 10 years old. I'm 35 now. I was at an Eagles game at the Vet, and there were so many dudes in the bathroom. Probably 2 or 3 of them were pissing in the sink.
Yeah, it's just what you do.
It was kind of gross.
I don't think this guy from Pizza Hut should have been peeing in the sink where he's preparing food, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, sporting events make sense. You know, there's 60,000 people at a football game. You run out of toilets, but I mean, I wouldn't be in a sink at a restaurant. But.
My best pissing experience was at the Elbow Room down there in Fort Lauderdale for spring break, where the Elbow Room, the lights were completely off in the bathroom, and it's a hardcore drinking bar, especially back then. And you would walk in there. It was a big, huge bathroom with like one of those like long urinals, whatever they're called.
The trough.
The trough.
Yes, the big piss trough.
The big bowl.
But you couldn't see as soon as you walked in there, and there was a line, and you just couldn't see. So I did this, and I'm sure others did. You just like fucking got into this dark room, and you just fucking peed. Like I didn't pee into anything.
Yeah.
And the floor was completely soaked because everyone was doing it. Because you didn't know where the fuck you were in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I've only seen that numerous times. I DJed at bars in the 90s and the early 2000s, and it was just as gross. I mean, they'll just go wherever they feel like fucking going. They don't care. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
Now everyone has a pissing story today.
Everyone's got a piss story.
All right. Let me say hi to Donnie in South Carolina. Donnie.
Hey, my son, when he was 12 years old, he went into the bathroom at Walmart, and the stall was full, and so he took a crap in the urinal.
Oh, crap in the Jesus Christ, man. Fucking animals.
And so he got finished up. He's over at the sink, and somebody comes in and goes, "Oh, man, somebody took a shit in the urinal." He said, "Yeah, I know. Isn't that nasty?"
That is gross, man.
The bad thing is my son has to get completely naked to take a dump, so that was kind of awkward.
It's like Jimmy.
What?
You gotta get naked to take a dump.
I have to be totally nude, my feet up on my little shit stool.
You really have to be totally nude?
I like to be. I prefer it.
Like a child raised by wolves.
Why do you like it that way, though?
I don't know.
When you're at your house, you will get completely nude to dump.
I don't like having a shirt on because I'm always afraid my shirt's going to fall back and I'm going to shit on my shirt tails.
Or when you do a little wipe, you might, graze the back of your shirt.
You don't want to do that.
No. So anyway, so they fired that guy from Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too bad for him.
I had to piss in the parking garage at the mall. And the security guy caught me.
He caught you?
Yeah. I told him I had uromycetitis, and I had to piss. I had to fucking piss. He wasn't buying it, though.
Seinfeld?
Wrote me up. What?
Seinfeld?
Oh, what? Really?
Seinfeld?
Where you couldn't find your car?
I couldn't find my car, and I had to piss really bad.
Uromycetitis?
Yeah.
I'm so dumb, I would have just believed that.
What's going on with Vanilla Ice?
Oh.
Why is this a big deal today? I just checked my Twitter. A few people are sending me this.
Little resurgence?
Well.
And he is rich. You're trying to say he's not rich?
Come on.
He doesn't own those songs.
He's got a lot of money.
He's got a lot of money.
I mean,
he pimps out your condo.
Oh, yeah.
If he had a lot of money, would he be doing surreal life and shows like that?
Yeah, why not? Because he wants to stay famous.
Yeah.
That's more about trying to stay famous than doing it for the money.
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
Why do you do shows? Not for the money.
I don't have any money either way, so you can do it for the
No,
fame.
but he means, why do you do shows?
I'm the voice of the listener.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking on behalf of those with ears.
Go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go, go.
What's he doing?
Go.
We're stocking the shelves
Go
with
ninja, go ninja.
mac and cheese.
Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go.
Word to your mother.
And it is his mother.
Kraft Mac and Cheese Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Shake.
I like that, Jimmy.
You know you love it.
The white lady's dancing. It's always funny.
It's just a commercial for Kraft macaroni and cheese. That's a big product.
Vanilla Ice is stocking the shelves. He's like a stock boy, stocking the shelves with mac and cheese. The mother and the little kid comes over, and she knows him because she's older, and the kid's looking like, who the fuck is this? And he says, word to your mother.
Well, he's singing his ninja rap song.
Which is just fantastic.
It was. There was a time that was fantastic.
Big hit.
Right. All right, so why is that a big deal today?
Well,
he got a commercial.
It's Vanilla Ice singing ninja rap, trying to get people to buy Kraft Mac and Cheese.
Many years later.
Right.
You know you love it.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that guy?
Right?
I'm sure he's a stupid drunk somewhere.
Is he still drinking?
We all knew exactly how that was going to end. We said how it was going to end. Look him up, I guarantee.
Yeah, what was his name? He had a famous...
Who gives a fuck?
No, but his name is very...
Go to Ted Williams? Ted Williams. He fucking blew it, and we all knew he would.
Yep.
When he was starting to buy Louis Vuitton bags for fucking...
try to make up for everything.
Kids that he blew off so many years ago.
I got you a Louis Vuitton.
What's the latest update on this guy? I see it 2011, 2012. Yeah, but that's probably stuff he taped a while ago.
Oh, yeah, a long time ago.
In January 2013, there you go.
Well, September 2013.
Where? Okay.
He He talked to Access Hollywood Live about narrating his new film, Houseless, which gives an inside look at the harsh realities of living homeless on the streets.
Oh, boy.
So I guess he's making a movie about being homeless.
All right. But he's been out of the public eye for a year.
Yeah, Ted also discussed how he has decided to surround himself with the right people as well as the daily struggles of staying sober. Yeah, that means he's drinking.
Oh.
That means he's drinking.
Ah, boy.
Yeah, you can't get a guy with a voice like that that's on the side of the road with a sign and not realize there's probably a problem.
That's how he looked?
Yep.
Recently?
Yeah.
He looks
How
all right.
recently? Is that a year?
No,
He's got
September.
he's got new teeth and everything.
Yeah.
He's got Hollywood teeth.
Oh, September. Maybe he's doing okay.
So maybe he's doing all right. Is that a clip? You got a clip? No?
Show the clip, Sam.
It's not a clip.
I want to see it.
Photo. It's not a motion picture. It's just a picture.
Who's he talking to on that couch? The smiley.
Access Hollywood. We just read about it.
Oh, well, there's got to be a clip.
Yeah, let's see the clip, Sam. Thanks.
Let's see the video. Find it.
Oh,
so we can hear him say what we just read.
Exactly. I want to hear his voice. I'll tell you exactly what's going on.
Oh, Sammy.
Actually, it looks like he might be doing okay. He looks pretty good in that photo. So
maybe
I'm wrong about Mr. Ted Williams. Maybe he's keeping it together.
Anyone watching that goddamn women's figure skating last night?
Hell, fucking no.
I was watching that. The short program. Yeah.
Is that 15-year-old Russian? Is it the Russian?
She fell down, go boom.
She fell down.
She fell down.
After all that,
boom.
she fucked up?
Yeah.
So she's not going to get a medal?
But no, she's still doing good.
Oh.
I think, what do they do? The long program or something?
Short, long, medium.
But I got to tell you something. It's just about watching their asses, and they look great. Those skater bodies. Holy fuckaroni. Not the, the 15-year-old. She's a little small.
I don't think there's one over 17, to be honest with you.
Nah.
You're going to be very young to do the figure skating before your boobies grow in.
Well, they don't mind
more of your
boobies
ass
in figure
meat.
skating, though. In gymnastics, they do. But with figure skating, it's not bad to have the boobies. Like our American chick there. She got a pretty nice fucking body on her.
Yeah.
She looks pretty good.
But she's not going to win.
No, probably not.
You can't spin as fast if you got big boobies.
No, she's a spinner.
They follow you around like water balloons. They drag it behind.
Yeah.
It fucks it up.
That was very inappropriate, though. She was wearing a little skirt. It kept coming up, and you couldn't help but looking at her ass. All those girls, their asses, the little skirt comes up, flutter in the wind. You're like, oh, look at their heinies. I like that. The shorter of the two American girls that we have is pretty good. Yulia Lipnitskaya.
She's the Russian?
Yeah, she fell down.
Lipnitskaya of Russia, who has created such a buzz around the
why are they warming her little ears up?
Why are they massaging her ears?
They warm her little ears up.
program and the free skate.
She's just a kid. How old is she?
37,
15.
26 days.
15, and she
Very
fell
cute.
down, go boom.
Is that her?
I think she fell like on her second jump, wasn't it?
She's not even moving.
Oh, it's a big production there,
Her presence and maturity is so beyond her years.
Sure.
And what she does to a crowd, especially this Russian crowd,
Oh,
has been
boy.
extraordinary. A star is born.
You're jinxing her.
Exactly.
She goes right down on her butt.
Gotta massage it.
Opening combo,
Uh-oh.
triplets,
There's one.
triple toe.
Oh,
that's
she hit
easy.
those.
Big deal.
What?
I do that shit all the
It's
time.
not easy, Jimmy. Right by the judges, a little hello. How you doing?
Is that why they do that?
And I think so. They'd give the big smile. That was a good one.
Yeah. Oh, little yoga poses.
Yeah.
Spins that set her apart.
She's just spinning now, holding her one leg up, spinning like a little Russian top on one leg. And now she's got the leg lifted up in yoga pose, still spinning. Oh, she must be dizzy. Now she's backing up. She's still on the ice, going forward, spinning forward, back, spinning forward, arms up, arms down.
They don't call every move,
This
Jimmy.
is good stuff on the radio. All right, zipping around, backwards, waving in a weird fit, spinning around, holding legs, spinning around, holding legs, spinning the other way, back, arms up, arms down, arm behind, spinning.
When the fuck did she fall?
Exactly.
We're watching this.
What the fuck?
Exactly.
No,
Her
she
legs are
doesn't.
back. Here she goes. Look at her. The old loop-de-loo.
She's got to fall soon.
At the same time, reveal
Yeah,
its
da-da-da-da.
soul.
Yeah, she's just
I
going
think
around.
when she comes real close to the wall and
Oh,
does
no.
her little jump.
Yeah.
And then I think that's when she falls.
Oh, God bless her little
At the
soul.
end, she does a spin
Stop
that's
blowing the
very
big
fast.
surprise.
Oh.
She got the leg up in the air, yoga pose, going close to the wall, zipping around all over the damn place.
Uh-oh, here it is.
Here it goes towards the wall. Oh, clumsy whore. Peter Pumper. Yeah, she's holding one leg above her head.
Look how fast she fucking...
Spinning in a nice circle.
Wouldn't you get dizzy?
Yes.
I would.
Yeah, sucks.
Yeah, you do all that and then you fall
They're gonna look.
down.
They're gonna show the fall. Are they showing the fall?
Yeah. Oh,
no.
Poor girl.
Oh, well. But it's always fun to watch them fall, though. I want to see some teeth come out and fucking blood on the ice.
I don't know how they figure that shit out.
Yeah, they just spin and they land a certain way.
Sure. Oh, is that it?
You know, old Clumsy didn't do it.
I just find some of those skaters very, very attractive.
Well, they're
you know?
too young.
Well, not her, but the other one, you know.
Most of them are very young. Yeah,
That's fucking Wagner.
They're extremely young.
Wagner is very nice.
How old's Wagner?
And Gold. I like Gold and Wagner.
All right, look up the ages of Wagner and Gold.
I think they're legit. I don't think there's a problem there. I don't think there's an issue.
Wagner and Gold. How do we find how old they are?
Gracie Gold.
Is she still doing well?
Ashley Wagner. How old is Ashley Wagner?
You like
Ashley
her.
Wagner's 22.
She's 22.
How's Gracie Gold doing?
She's a beast.
No, she looks great on the ice, dude.
She didn't look good in that
doesn't
picture we just showed.
I know she doesn't photo very well, but she looks great on the ice. She has a
looks
great
banged
body
up.
on her. Great body. And
She's
then
fallen on her face a few times.
Gracie Gold's the other one.
Yeah.
America loves Gracie Gold right now.
Oh, yeah.
18.
Okay, good.
All right.
They're all legit.
All right.
Is she doing well? Gracie Gold?
All right.
She did all right, but
She didn't win?
nah, you're not looking at a winner right there.
Let's say hi to Dale in the Poconos. Dale.
Oh.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
All right.
Hey, listen, well, God, we were about 15 years old, me and my buddy. Well, we worked in this restaurant, and the owner was he was a drunk, right? And he used to abuse us all the time. So they used to have this thing out, and they had, like, vats of applesauce and macaroni salad. You know, they'd put on the plates as
Put a pork chops.
Yeah, where is this paradise? Just vats of applesauce all over.
Jesus,
oh,
really?
my God, utopia.
It's the Poconos. Stay home. You won't ain't missing
It's the
anything.
Poconos. All those
true.
apples all over the place. You got to do something with them.
I know where they are in the Poconos. Beautiful Mount Airy Lodge.
It's a freaking paradise. Don't eat the applesauce. Anyway, let me finish. So the fucking guy, he turns his back for a couple minutes. So me and my buddy Joe, we crossed streams in the applesauce.
But you didn't
Stirred
like
it all up and it went sent out to everybody.
Why, dude?
But why fuck the people going to the restaurant just because you hated the
Dude,
boss?
We're 15 years old.
Good point.
Dinner. You know, how are we going to get back at this guy?
No, that's true. That's pretty hilarious.
Young,
at 15.
dumb, and full of cum.
Yeah.
That's your excuse.
Now, if we were really good, we would have sent him a letter saying that we did it about 3 years later, you know.
Right.
Yeah, why would you?
Well, you're a regular Tyler Durden.
Very good.
Yeah, whatever. It's something we fucking giggle about still today.
I don't want to get into the restaurant thing. Not today.
No, people are.
Not today. The shit that people
heinous.
do when they're working at a restaurant.
Yeah.
I know it's out there and it happens.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
we got Billy Connolly coming in today
Hi.
at 9:30. And is he doing all right, Billy Connolly?
He had cancer surgery, and he was diagnosed with mild Parkinson's, and they said they can affect your, you forget he's like 73 years old or 72, so
boy.
it can affect your memory.
Right.
And I remember seeing him at the Beacon, and he was awesome when I saw him.
Right.
But there was a moment where he forgot where he was, and it was funny, because he's, he acknowledged it. Like, I fucking forgot where I was, and I mean, people laughed.
Right.
But I'm like, I wonder if that was, when I heard he is suffering from mild memory loss, I was like, did that what happened, or was it just a new bit that any of us would have forgotten?
We'll have to ask him. He's been great on our show over the years, so we're going to talk to him in about an hour.
I was watching clips of him online last night, and there's a guy, I thought, I Googled Billy Connolly, and I was watching, and there's a guy called Parkinson, and I thought it was Parkinson, but that's actually the guy's name, Michael Parkinson, in England, and he's doing, I guess, a chat show since the 70s, and he's fucking interviewed everyone. Like, he's the last guy to get Woody Allen. He had Ali on many times. He's just a guy. It was just him and the other guy in a chair talking for an hour in front of an
chat
audience.
show.
Fucking amazing, this guy. But I saw a clip of Billy on with Michael Caine, and Billy has just fucking done shit with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how he's doing today.
Hopefully, well.
And when we get back, I think we might dip back into 90 Day Fiancé, episode 5.
Oh, yeah.
I saw the season finale.
You did see.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
I'm not going to tell you what happened with old Siggy Breath McGillicuddy. Old Siggy. Go out there and suck on a Siggy.
Was the finale great? Was it good?
It was okay. It was good.
Yeah?
It was good.
Well, this show only has 6 episodes. They fucking blew it. They could have easily done 12 or 13.
You know what? I think 6 was the right number, honestly.
Really?
Yes,
Ooh.
I do. I'd be interested to see other couples, and maybe I dropped it here, maybe I didn't.
Oh, no. Shit.
Maybe I'm going through a change in life.
I want to use a word that could probably get me suspended from Facebook right now.
I can think of 4 that you'd probably like to use. Lover after one, and the other one ending it.
I just wrote testing on my Facebook page and went through. So
oh, shit.
Looks like the Opster's back in business.
That wasn't much of a suspension.
Well, maybe what I wrote to them, maybe
cooler heads prevail.
Maybe it carried a little weight. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But it looks like I'm back posting on my my own Facebook page.
Yeah.
Good news. All right, we'll do 90 Day Fiancé, some clips from that show, and then some other things, too.
Oh, yeah.
Got a few new clips for 90 Day Fiancé. A show we like, a reality show about K-1 visas. Come to America.
Yes.
On a K-1 visa, then you have 90 days to marry the person, or you got to go back from where you came.
Or back the fuck you go.
That's right.
And get the fuck out.
Yeah. Just waiting for Sam, because he's got the video element here.
I watch, I look at Instagram from that Nina Agdal model girl.
Which one is she?
She's the fucking real hot girl that was in the Carl's Jr. commercials, and now she's a Sports Illustrated swimsuit girl.
Right.
And look at her Instagram. She's very attractive. But then she's got pictures with other people, you know? And I don't understand why you would get your picture taken with this girl, especially other girls. She's stunning, and you just look horrible next to her.
Well, now I got to see the Instagram.
Terrible. The latest one is one of her and a few other girls. She's like, oh, here's my entourage. And it's like, oh, you just can't. You could be a really hot girl. The second you get next to her, not so hot anymore.
Well,
kind of look a little more weathered.
Happens in here with some of these celebrity photos we take.
That's true. Believe me.
I always choose which ones I'm going to post.
Jesus
Christ.
You think I like standing next to a what they call a David Duchovny or something?
Exactly.
Girls like David Duchovny.
Think he likes it?
Oh, I'm fucking better looking than Dave Duchovny.
Oh, shit.
That one's easy.
All right.
It was fucking Superman. That was the one for me.
That was a bad one right there.
I didn't even fucking take the picture. Dean Cain. I was like,
Superman,
get the fuck out of here.
Cain and I
can't compete with that shit.
No. Oh,
but Duchovny, please.
I don't know. Girls
laugh at that.
Oh, do you?
Oh, fuck you.
Just blow him
Look
away.
At me, of course.
You think you put up more numbers than Duchovny?
Of course. And he was a sex addict. He was a sex addict, so maybe not.
That's her. Holy shit. Yeah, that's her.
I fucked her.
Wow,
I fucked her.
Yeah, she's a nice ass, but her fucking eyebrows bug me.
Oh, well, that is a problem.
I kicked her out.
She's got like show the ones where she's with other girls, like that. No, up, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
that's more
up one right there. Like, why would you take them?
Because it's probably your mom or something.
I don't know who it is.
Who's that tall one?
But
she's
you
hot.
Is the tall one her? Because she
Yeah.
looks totally different in that picture.
Wow. Yeah, she's.
It's probably her friends. It might even be her sisters.
But whatever it is, you don't take a picture next to this
fucking
girl.
hot, tall,
Stunning. She's a stunner.
Where's she from?
Where is she from? I have no idea.
Schenectady?
Hotville. Yes.
Hotville. Fucking Cuda town.
Yeah. See, she's very attractive.
She's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I love that they had to put that slob Kate Upton in space to get good pictures.
That slob.
That slob Kate Upton.
Oh, look at that picture all the way to the left.
Which
all
one?
The way to go all the way to the left. No, that one down.
Down one.
Yeah, look at her right there. Just
she's nice.
Very attractive.
They just had a piece on Kate Upton in space again. And how they had to fucking use anti-gravity to get those boobs back to where they used to be.
And zero gravity does wonders for
that slob Kate Upton.
You said yes, though, on that list, right?
Yeah,
for
but
Kate Upton?
You have to, but she's overrated. This girl you're showing me is so much hotter than Kate Upton.
Go to that one on the beach.
And she will not get the attention Kate Upton gets for whatever reason. She's way hotter.
She's getting a lot of attention, this girl, but not Kate Upton.
Most of the girls in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue are way hotter than Kate Upton in the end.
Yeah. Oh, good. Do that one where she's laying down on her side.
No, too much going on.
Yeah, there is a busy one.
That's a busy lingerie piece.
Busy lingerie.
Busy lingerie.
Oh, my God.
There you go.
Let me see her, Sam. Turn it this way. Stop hugging the girl. Let me turn the monitor. It's not. It's facing you.
I have to see it.
For what?
Pull the pictures.
But you can pull it up and keep it turned that way. Fucking.
It is odd when you go to these people's Instagrams and Twitters and stuff because you can understand how stalkers work.
Right.
Because you're like, well, I'm connected with her through Twitter.
Sure.
And Instagram. Doesn't she know me? Does she know who I am?
Like Bobo and Lexi Love?
Yes, like Bobo and Lexi Love.
Are you getting the tweets from the asshole that
Jim Norton? Jim Norton at Jim Norton.
He just writes that he wants to massage my feet.
No.
Nice.
Over and over again, every fucking day.
No.
And then I want to fucking release the hounds.
Why? You should get your feet rubbed. What's wrong with you? I mean it when I say it.
I have not seen that.
I want to release the knuckleheads on this guy, but then I kind of you do a little fucking, reconnaissance.
Yeah.
And you might be a bit.
A little.
Might be a bit funny.
A little off.
A little off.
I told Eric to stop tweeting from the office.
It might be.
It's
Iraq. Now I got to find it. But then I saw that he does it to other people too.
Yeah.
That's his thing. He just
That's
tweets,
what you do.
I want to massage your feet.
Oh, that's nice.
Could you put massage feet and maybe Opie Radio in the search to see if it comes up?
Absolutely.
I want to see how many other people want me to massage their feet. Yeah, there it is. Look, how many times has he done it? No, go back to the search.
Oh, God. What is he?
No, he does it to you. Oh, wait, does he?
No, that's somebody else.
Okay. Yeah, he says, I'd massage your feet for you.
That's nice.
Ooh.
Let me see his face. Let's see if I'll let him rub my
creep.
feet.
But then you click on his picture, and then you're like, okay, well, there's some funny business going on
He's
there.
got a bowl hairdo. All right.
Yeah, so
fucking holding a child.
All right. But what is that about? What else does he tweet? Is it he just tweets that to a lot of different people?
I massage your feet. The guy's a creep.
Is that his thing?
Yeah,
that's his
But is he a
thing.
creep or is he a little funny?
Well, even if he's a little funny, you don't go rub everybody's feet. He knows enough to use Twitter. How about you have some social grace and you offer once?
Right.
Well, let me see if he fucking follows me. I want to see. Because I haven't gotten an offer of a foot
Oh,
rub, but I got
Jimmy.
nicer feet than both of these guys. That really bothers me.
Well, he hasn't approached me. Kind of feeling good about that. Got enough weirdos anyway.
I got a toe that's barely on my foot. Why would you want to massage my fucking foot?
If you're gonna worship a foot, for Christ's sake, how about mine?
At this point, I clip. There's one toe now that I completely clip off.
He doesn't even follow me.
Wow.
What the
Completely
fuck?
clip it off. My little toe. Ow. Completely. It's thick. It's a bit on the yellow side.
Oh, God!
You know when the fungus takes hold and your toenails get a little thick? I got one of those. And then the nail grows under the skin on the side, so I have to fucking peel away some skin to get to that. And then I fucking clip the whole thing off. And go sans fucking toenail on that one toe.
Oh, my God!
So you really want to massage my feet, do you? I'll put my tootsies right up there for you. Plus, I got out-of-control athlete's foot. I should call it athlete's feet, I guess, because it's on both.
No.
And the only relief you get is to itch until you break that skin open.
So it's all red?
Oh, fuck yeah. And then it gets a bit pussy after that. You break the skin open and get some relief.
I am getting like.
Do you want to
goosebumps
massage my feet, Matthew?
And I'm almost dry heaving.
Do you, Matthew?
Exactly. I got a fucking tent in the front of my pants that won't quit. Sam?
No.
Big, thick calluses underneath.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Where the pads are, they're just thick.
What happened to your feet?
Holy shit, right? What are you, a firewalker?
been
hobbit feet.
Been on my feet a while. It's you know, there's some wear and tear.
Do radio. How much are you on your feet? You're never on your feet.
I was a caddy, dude, for
Yeah,
many years.
You've had those fucking
I go to the gym every day, and I walk probably at least 2 miles a day around Manhattan,
You've
wandering.
had those feet pampered and gently rubbed.
Wandering.
Listeners servicing them.
Go back to the search. I want to see how many times he said he wants to fucking. I'd massage your feet for
He
you.
says it to everyone.
If you were a horse, they'd put you down.
Look at this. Look at this. It just keeps going.
Yeah,
Look at this.
Wow.
Look at this.
Creep.
Over and over again. Look at this. Look at this. It keeps going. Wait, other people want me to massage their feet? Why are other people popping up?
That's just feet.
He's ghoulish.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
He's a ghoul.
Don't want my feet massaged.
Why not? What the fudge?
So, 90 Day Fiancé, episode 5. We got a couple highlight clips.
Oh, yeah.
Who we got first? Do we got Pow?
Yeah, I mean, this clip was just...
by the way, her Instagram is an absolute
shit.
follow, too. Holy mother of Jesus.
Did you see it this weekend?
Yes.
Where
the
is she?
bikini pictures.
Oh,
On
my
a beach
God.
somewhere?
Her fucking Instagram is a must follow.
Sure.
Look at this
Oh.
picture.
Oh, fuck.
I don't like it.
Where is she?
You're a mo.
I don't like it. Big boobs. Look at them all circular.
Wow.
Where is she, Sam?
I don't know where she is.
On a beach.
She is on a beach.
Or in a big living room.
But her
a big sandy living room with an ocean in it.
her bikini top is too small.
Yeah, see?
Look at that.
Oh, my
You think
Lord.
Russ is loving that or what? Russ, of course, the one that might marry Pow.
Yeah.
Russ is much more of a fucking man than it initially seemed. Like that was editing.
I guess so.
Yeah, he's a fucking he's a guy.
Right.
Definitely.
Oof.
Good for him. Holy shit.
Look at this chick.
Yeah. She's a looker, as they say.
What is her Instagram?
PAO, P-A-O 8705.
Okay.
That'll get her some follows right there. Goddamn Instagram.
Look at this.
Oh, God, that button is stressed. Look at the strain on that button. Oh, my God.
That's got to be a double-threaded button.
Barely containing those beautiful globes of pleasure.
There's one of the comments says, one button from greatness.
Right? Oh, God, why don't we just look at every picture? Look at that.
That's how she works out.
Meh.
Just going to the gym. No, Jim?
Meh.
Meh?
Meh.
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 Hold on a minute. Jay in Staten Island. Jay.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
By the way, good show on Valentine's Day, 9 o'clock. Well, God, it was good.
Thank you, buddy.
Hey, Opie, if you want to get rid of that athlete's foot, before you go when you go into the shower, pee on your toes and let it sit there for about a minute, and then you got to do it maybe 2 or 3 days, and it'll go right away.
I have actually heard that too.
Oh, there's another guy on the line is saying the exact same thing.
That's how I get rid of athlete's throat.
Where's Dr. Steve? We'll call up Dr. Steve to make sure this is legit.
The tinkle on your
Thank you, Jay.
The ammonia.
Yeah. It'll get rid of all of the bacterial buildup, and you gotta let it fester for a moment. But the fluid from your penis and your urethra will soak right through. I use it a lot of times when my hands are calloused from making wine. I run a medicine ball over grapes on the basement floor.
I know what clip you picked from 90 Day Fiancé as far as Pow goes. I know already.
You have to.
Hold on a minute. Terry and Deacon. Terry.
What up, boys?
What up?
Hey, yo, I want to personally thank you for ruining my breakfast, a delicious tuna sandwich, with your disgusting fucking toe stories.
Well, if the guy wants to rub my tootsies, I just want to make sure he knows what he's
getting himself into.
Who eats tuna for breakfast anyway, you creep?
you know, trying to cut back on the eggs and the cheese. And by the way, Ronnie B, to start a radio war said anyone who finds Kate Upton unattractive is definitely gay.
Wow.
Oh,
fuck.
boy.
Damn.
God damn it. I think she's overrated for sure, man. Obviously, she's not ugly, but she's overrated. There's so many more women that are way hotter than her. That's my point. And they kind of knew that, so they gave her a special thing for the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. They put her in space.
Because she can't compete with some of these other ones.
And she's just on a Caribbean fucking beach, they're not, and looking as hot as those other girls. They're not putting her in space. Why would they do that?
They would have to put a beach ball in front of her or something.
She's on the back cover.
In space?
No, not in space.
On
the beach.
In space. Let me see how she looks on the beach.
Kate Upton, I've seen her in person once. She's fucking...
Yeah.
She's phenomenal.
Let me see.
She's a very pretty girl.
Oh, dude, she's
Let me see.
amazing.
Let me see.
But,
there you go.
Pick
Look,
the best one.
This is this year. That's the cover.
All right, see, look
That's
at
fantastic.
where her arm is, look at where her ass is, and look how that shoulder's back.
I know, like a model. Yeah.
She looks amazing. All right.
She does.
Unbelievable.
But those boobs are droopy. And she knows how to work the poses to make sure that the droop isn't too bad. That's
Show me
all
another
I'm saying.
picture of her tits.
She's
That's all I'm
cutting,
saying.
and she's cutting off some of her belly with that arm.
Right.
Let's see.
Yeah, because now it looks nice and slim.
Exactly.
Let's see.
She'd make a good belly dancer.
Correcto mundo.
Look at her.
Well, that's a few years ago, though.
Yeah, how about fucking look at her tits jiggle. Holy mackerel, they're jiggling all over town.
Jiggle.
They're a little loose when they jiggle, though.
Oh my
Little
God,
loose.
those are
little
fucking
loose.
big, heavy teardrop.
Little
Jiggle.
loose. Look at how loose they are.
Wow, what is she doing?
She's good. Look at her
Doing a
moving her-
wacky dance.
That's that dance she did.
The cat daddy.
It's a good
The
one.
cat daddy.
She's in someone's house.
Yeah.
Wait, is this before she was famous?
This is what made her famous.
Oh,
Well, no, she was famous before this video came out, Sam Roberts.
This made her huge.
And that's
How
a
old
few
is she?
years ago already.
It's a couple years ago.
Let me say hi to Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve.
Hello, fellers.
Yeah.
Hey,
Dr. Steve.
should I be peeing on my feet to get rid of athlete's foot?
No. We actually did some research on this on my show, Weird Medicine, on Saturday nights on Sirius XM, whatever the fuck.
Very organic.
And the reason people that it would work is because they put urea in these creams that you use for athletes.
Oh.
Urea actually is a great compound. You can soften toenails with it.
Right.
And it will open up the cells of the feet to allow the medicine to get in. And there just isn't enough urea in urine because urine is really 99.9% pure water. It's the 0.1% that fucks everything.
It makes it delicious.
Exactly. Makes the asparagus worth it.
How bad is urine rough to drink? What does it taste like?
Popcorn.
Telling you. Jimmy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Salty.
You can't live on your own urine because by the time you've recycled it a time or two, it becomes so salty that it's not safe for you to live off of. Now, there are people that will, like boxers and athletes, who will drink their own urine purportedly to reclaim all of those vitamins that they're peeing out that their body didn't need. Well, number one, the reason their body's peeing it out is because they didn't need it. And number two, go to any fucking grocery store and get
You got a snack.
vitamins. Just go take a fucking vitamin. Why drink your urine? It's asinine.
Yeah, it is stupid.
Yeah.
I do shots of it, but I don't think it's healthy. It's just a toast to celebrate life.
Just for fun and entertainment, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
It's urine is sterile, and so it's
urine. It's very. You could distill it down though, right? And just distill the pure water out of it.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
And then you could drink that.
Then you could drink that. Oh,
But it's
yummy.
not bad for you to drink piss.
No. You can't live off of it. But you can drink a little bit every once in a while if you want to, as a fetish type thing.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, DRST.
So it doesn't work on the athlete's foot or anything like that.
No.
Well, what do you recommend for Opie then for the athletes' tootsies?
Right.
Oh, well, they sell ketoconazole cream and terbinafine cream. These are things you can buy over the counter. And if it's really itchy, you can even add a little 1% hydrocortisone in the beginning to just get the to make it feel better.
Add some hydrochloric acid, he said.
No, hydrocortisone cream.
That's some number 2. You soak your toes in shit, and then you put it in your shoes. You coat your shoes with shit like you're painting a room.
And you stomp the grapes and make wine.
Yeah, that's how I make my wine. I urinate into an old pair of Converse, and I fill it with feces, and I stomp on it.
Oh, goddamn.
And then I dump it into a vat, and I give it to you for Christmas.
Wonderful.
All right.
Well, thank you, Dr. Steve.
Yes.
That was very informative, per usual. Nice, man.
All right, brother.
Dr. Steve, Weird Medicine. Check your local
10 p.m.
listings.
Saturday.
10 p.m. Saturdays,
10 p.m.
and you got the
Saturday.
Riotcast. You're doing good there, sir.
It's
Thank you.
during the week now, too, isn't it?
I believe so, yes.
I don't know.
Nice.
They changed the schedule this week. I don't know.
We're still fucking trying to figure out
Check
the
your local
schedule.
listings. That's what I say.
Happy to be on. I'm not worried about
The schedule is a work in progress. We'll figure it out. We'll fine tune it. Everyone just relax. Thank you, Dr. Steve.
Hey, thanks.
All right. Oh, sorry. Thanks. So, this is the Pow clip, right? When she was trying on wedding dresses. Did you see this clip?
No.
Oh, Jesus. Wait till you see this clip.
Yeah.
Oh, no, really?
Oh, yeah. She goes to try on dresses for her wedding with Russ.
Oh, my God. That fucking dress is amazing. I know the one you mean.
And I'll just push play here, and you'll sync it up there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to sync perfectly.
Good enough. Here we go.
Oh, look, that one. I love that one.
Good music.
I really love it.
It's pretty, but
Holy fuck. You've got to be kidding me.
It's a strapless wedding
the
dress.
wedding, that dress was...
It's a strapless wedding dress with it covers the tits, but the full top of the tits is showing.
Yeah, and it's
pretty
like
much see-through. It's see-through. The middle of it see-through. That's the best
pretty
wedding
much
dress I've ever
see-through.
seen.
Wow. That's a sexy fucking...
Yeah.
That's
dress.
a rough dress to get married in, though, man.
Are you kidding me? I would love that.
That's a rough dress to get married in.
Wedding dresses suck. They're always awful. Dun, dun, dun. They're all big and klutzy. Like, dun, dun, dun. This is fucking hot. You never look at a wedding dress. People always go, she looks beautiful, because they have to say that.
Yeah. Right.
What are they going to say? Nice frumpy dress.
Yeah.
That's fucking hot.
just a little racy for Oklahoma. Russ would not be happy.
Oh, the veil.
Oh, boy, Russ would not be happy.
Oh, fuck him then.
Russ is a bit conservative.
Well, yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Well, she puts the little thing on her head, the headpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful.
That is smoking
I
hot.
love it. I think it's great. I will wear it. But it's
I would wear it.
What can I do? I have curves. How much does this cost? Is it in a...
This one is $1,800.
oh my God, it was so beautiful. But the problem was the price.
It's way too revealing.
How long could you take that fucking voice,
We
though?
definitely dodged a bullet.
A long time.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Jim. I'm
Fuck
sorry.
yeah. A long time.
What's wrong with her voice?
I don't know that whole. Oh, very good. You'd just be like, oh, shit.
I wouldn't mind. She has a little accent.
Yeah.
A little accent's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I pee in studio? Because I got to go.
Oh, that's
Go ahead.
cameras in here. Look.
Yeah.
Really? One right there. E-Rock will be offended because he looks at you, and Travis will be offended because he sees a delicious cock he can't get to.
Play the next clip.
You got the next clip.
But I got to take a leak for real.
Uh-oh.
Just hold it for like a little bit.
It hurts. Ow.
Then hit play and run out to the toilet.
You just pissed during the break.
I don't know what's going on today.
Oh, is it the fucking NutriBullet?
There's a lot of NutriBullet today.
Oh, boy.
What was in it today?
I'm not saying unless I get paid.
That's it.
I've sold a
Wow,
lot
you
of
finally
NutriBullets.
said fuck it?
Will you at least tell us what the boost
I'm not
was?
going to say.
Fuck.
Nope.
Damn.
Sorry.
Good.
You'll have to just wonder. Sorry about that. I really got to take a leak.
I'm going to say a handful of oatmeal.
I'm not saying.
I bet.
You want me to push play
I'm going to say
on the audio clip, or you want to take a quick break?
leafy spinach.
Hit play.
I'm going to say
yogurt.
leafy spinach.
Yeah.
Some yogurt.
Some yogurt.
You come over here and hit play.
Is in
Why don't
there.
we just theorize about your NutriBullet? While
Yeah,
you're
why don't
gone?
we do that? Why don't we try to figure out what it was?
You think it was berries?
I think some berries, some delicious berries are in there. Blueberries, some strawberries. Mm-hmm. Right? and then whatever, some kind of fucking thing that makes you piss a lot. A diuretic. That's it. I'm a diuretic.
Good play, Sam. Before
let's hear.
Break your fingers.
Oh, I don't want Opie to miss Aya and Lewis. Aya's the...
Aya is what? Who?
The Filipino.
Oh, who cares?
And Lewis is the one who goes, oh, we're not gonna get that.
That's the who cares couple, right?
Yeah, but it's so funny to watch that guy talk and stammer around with his deep voice. And
is he goofy?
Yeah, he's like a comedy of errors. Like everything kind of goes awry for him.
Rye.
And then there's old Siggy breath. Old Siggy breath. Choke one down before the big kiss. Choke down a Siggy before a big kiss.
Does his fiance enjoy it?
She fucking... I've never seen her kiss him for more than a half a second.
She doesn't like his Siggy breath?
No, she kisses him the way I would kiss a bull asshole.
Wow. Full tongue.
No.
Oh, see, I thought...
Yes, I should have said something different. I opened myself up for joshing.
Certainly did.
But at least he's in good enough shape to make up for it.
You know, he looks like fucking Leonard Lawrence. He looks like Pyle before he shot himself.
Wow, that's not in shape, as they say.
No, it's not in shape at all. You want to hear Aya from the Philippines telling Lewis that she's getting fat, and him going, "You're not getting getting fat."
Have you talked to the wedding shop yet about getting your dress, or the final fitting for your dress? Try and give her a call.
I'm really happy that Lewis got me the dress that I...
Lewis never seems authoritative.
No.
Are you, have you,
a lot of stammering?
Yeah.
These girls are all nicer, though, than I thought they were. In the beginning episode, it looks like, these cunts.
Yes,
but they're actually all a lot nicer and more genuine than I thought they were.
Are you still in love with the Russian one?
Yes, I am. As a matter of fact, I am.
I like the Brazilian.
And I'm also in love with Pao.
You are both?
Yes,
And
I am.
Pao.
And I have quite a crush on Kirilim.
You love her, too?
Yes, I do.
Oh, all of them.
I don't love the Asian girl. She's not my style. She's not, terrible, but she's not my style.
I think she's terrible.
She's not the other three.
No, she's not.
Not even close.
But I do have I do really enjoy Aziza.
You love her?
Yes.
Because I think Pao and Kirilim are like two of the best looking women on television.
It's amazing, right?
Pao's the best.
Oh, fucking amazing.
Because the other girl's a virgin, I think.
Oh,
the
God.
fucking Kirilim is a virgin.
Isn't that even better then?
No, I don't like virgins.
Oh, stop. What's the matter, you mo?
No, I want a chick who's fucking dirty. I want a chick sneezing cum when she shows up. I like a pig, dude.
You could make her dirty. All your own.
No, I like a fucking...
man.
Dude, I'm so far down the scale of human decency. Like, I need a girl to come in dripping shame.
Ready to
I need her to take
rock.
a raincoat off, and then just shake it, and I go, what was that? Shame. And it's all over.
But then you're like all sensitive too, and you're like, oh, but she's just looking for love, and she's a nice girl, and I want to have a nice relationship.
Yeah, I can have that too, but I'm a pig too, so I relate to it.
Right.
Oh, you don't like leaving a little trail of memories when in the future, if a girl waxes fantastic about her past and goes, I remember my first time, and there you are.
That's what you're thinking?
No. Oh, yeah.
No, I don't
Great.
like that at all.
Oh.
I just don't. I like a fucking dirtbag.
Another bloody notch on your sheets.
Exactly. I need a fucking filth bag.
What happened?
Well, we figured out what was in your NutriBullet.
No, you didn't.
Well, for the most part. There might be a
What'd you figure
hidden
out?
secret ingredient.
What'd you figure out?
We said blueberries. We said strawberries. We said leafy spinach.
Mm-hmm.
We said a handful of oatmeal.
Mm-hmm.
Some yogurt.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's as far as we got.
2 ingredients are wrong.
We're missing 2 ingredients. Mango.
No, 2 ingredients are wrong. Now
Pineapple.
3.
Oh, shit.
Pineapple.
Pineapple. Shit. Right.
It cuts it. Remember he said he cuts it?
It cuts it.
2 ingredients are still wrong.
Oh, man. No spinach?
Oh, I think there's leafy spinach. Oh, I think
see,
so.
I didn't see the color of it before.
Oh,
I missed.
You're right.
Fucking Perez Hilton sucks dicks.
Well.
Why do you say that?
There's a video I did 2 years ago of the Bacon Sunday lady.
Lonely?
Oh, right.
Friend of mine.
Very offensive.
We completely trolled. We completely trolled the internet, and the fucking video went ridiculously viral. But the problem is, there's a lot of different versions of the video out there.
Yeah.
So Perez Hilton keeps posting it on his Facebook page. If you want to have fun with a Facebook page, I got the page today. So he's been posting off and on, and he posted a few months ago, and I just wrote him a friendly little email or whatever. Well, through his Facebook page, I'm like, hey man, you know, this is my video. I'd appreciate if you ran the original video so people know where it came from. Because what happened was, what happens with these videos, they take a video that they really like and then they chop off all tags and everything else so that so whoever's posting it, you know, it looks like it's their video. It's a thing they do all the time on the internet. So I was just, I wasn't a dick or anything. I'm like, hey man, if you could, I'd appreciate it if you replaced the video with the original, which is my video, you know? He ignores me, and now he's reposted it again. And Kelly, who's starring in the video, she's frustrated because she gets credit for it if people know where it comes from as well.
Well, I think the
guy's just a dick.
Knuckleheads can have a little fun.
But he's just a dick because he knows where the video came from, and you know. And I was very nice when I wrote him. So
he's an asshole.
We've had our issues with the guy over the years, but whatever.
Where's the video?
People are just bringing it to my attention at this very moment. Kelly wrote me, actually. She's annoyed. Just annoys me. He needs to post the original at the very least. Some credit would be nice. Some more followers, fans, something. I'm just irritated. Sorry, I'm annoyed at him in the situation, not you.
I love when he draws the little words coming out of celebrities' mouths. Isn't that great?
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
That's my video. But you wouldn't know it.
I don't know.
I love the fact that
video,
douchebag fucking Perez Hilton
you wouldn't know
had to backtrack on outing people and all that shit that he's done.
That's great.
Fucking hypocrite.
But I was really nice to him. Look at it. It's getting fucking liked and viewed a shitload. Again.
Hey, you say it's your video.
I don't see any tags.
Who's to know? I don't see any
Jesus
tags.
Christ. But I wrote him. I was really nice to him. Like, hey, man, just wanted to give you a heads up. I'd appreciate it because it is, you know, my video. But you wouldn't know that if you play this version with all the tags and everything else removed from it. So people just fucking
have him suspended.
Well, it is technically your material. So why don't you fucking contact Facebook and say this guy's posting your shit?
Well, I got a company called Viral Spiral, and they're on it. I already wrote those guys, but...
Viral Spiral?
I was recruited by Viral Spiral, an English company.
That sounds like...
They like a lot of these videos, but they don't like when this happens, though. They're not fucking happy about it, so... But I was nice to the guy. I'm like, dude. And then he just ignores me. He saw it.
Yeah.
He saw what I wrote to him. So whatever. Perez Hilton's Facebook page, if you want to go check it out and
check it out,
and maybe ask him to do the right thing. That's what I'm requesting today. Ask him to do the right thing. All right, let's get back to 90 Day Fiancé, please. We got our second clip.
He uploaded it himself. That's why he's not giving you credit.
What do you mean?
I think he uploaded. Like he's not even linking.
Yeah, it's not embedded or anything. No, he's just making it his own.
He uploaded it to his own Facebook page.
Right. Yeah, my video is over 3 minutes. This one's 2:56 because they got rid of the front and the back tags. And, of course, then you also changed the title as well.
What do you call it?
That's why I put Opie Radio on in every one of my fucking video titles because then you could track it on your Twitter. Anyone who likes it, it goes right to your Twitter.
What did he put?
He just renames it.
What do you call it?
I don't know.
Jerk off.
I don't know. And this happens, I'm the victim with this video, but it happens to everybody that tries to, throw some cool videos out there. It happens all the fucking time. What did he call it?
I mean, he didn't call it anything. He just said, I needed to watch this oldie but a goodie.
Oldie but a goodie, yeah.
Hashtag bacon.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been shared almost 1,000 times.
Oh, look at that.
Well, that's cool. The last time he posted it was probably 100,000 shares.
Oh boy.
He just reposted this, so this thing will blow up again on his site.
Nice.
What a fucking dick. God, I fucking hate people.
Yeah.
People are just fucking dicks.
Fucking asshole.
Fucking asshole. Whatever. 90 Day Fiancé. So Aya.
Right.
Or Aya.
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 She's the chubby Filipino broad.
Yes, she is.
From 90 Day Fiancé.
The not-a-looker one.
And she's married to Lewis, and they're out of Indianapolis.
Yeah. Yes.
Lewis has absolutely no fucking money.
Nothing.
I don't know why he would bring this woman to the States.
She thought she won the American lottery, and then
How
Uh-oh.
does your
guy.
life get worse coming from the Philippines to America?
Yeah. More of a struggle.
Jesus. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense.
Oh, good one, Chip.
And Aya tells Lewis she's been getting fat since living with him. And Lewis doesn't want to hear that shit. Why is she getting fat, though?
I guess
because Lewis has shitty eating habits.
Lewis is not a health-conscious eater.
No.
If you look at Lewis and his chubby children.
He's too busy making shitty meals for his chubby kids.
Those big fat kids.
That's true. They are a couple little chubby fellas.
Yes, they are.
And then
chubby mohawked kids.
And then Lewis drags this Aya to his chubby kids magic show. I saw the episode.
Oh, God.
And she had to sit there and watch the chubby kids magic show with the ex-wife there as an assistant on stage.
Chubby kid.
God.
No, the new wife's the assistant. Aya was the
No, she was in on one of the fucking tricks,
Right.
but the ex-wife, ex-wife is the, usually that spot is for a gorgeous girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she was doing that role, helping her son with the magic tricks.
What was the kid's name? The great.
I don't
know. I think it was a play on his name.
Yeah. Do we have that? I'm curious what his name was. I don't know the kid's name. It's not a good magic trick, though, by the way.
No, it wasn't.
I was really unimpressed.
is.
I was underwhelmed.
Here's the kid. here's the kid. He's doing.
Let me go to his intro.
Get along with Connie.
Good evening, everyone.
Say she's the
As we all
assistant.
know, when you invite magic into your life, it can lead you into or out of many a sticky situation.
Yes, it can.
I would like to introduce you to one young magician who knows this all too well. The great Ludini!
Oh, great Ludini.
That's just me.
Great fatso.
Great.
Hey, get a little fatso over there.
And what's he going to do?
He's going to escape from a 3XL straitjacket.
Oh, shit.
Does he escape from a straitjacket?
Yeah,
He's the youngest.
Wow.
he's the youngest one in his
escape
town or
artist
something.
in the Northeast.
Oh, they gave him the Northeast title?
Well, he gave him the Northeast
I
title.
thought it was northeast of that particular town.
Yeah.
The great
Northeast of
Ludini.
Capital City.
All right, why don't we play the clip we have here for everybody? So I just try to tell Lewis she's getting fat for whatever reason.
Lewis ain't trying to hear it.
No, he doesn't want to hear any of it. All right.
I'm really happy that Louis got me the dress that I wanted, so I want to make sure that I look perfect in it. I talked to my mom, and I told her that I lose a little weight, but she said I'm still fat.
I'm not going to argue with a girl about how fat she thinks she is.
As he's frying food up, by the way.
You know how small I was before.
There's no reason to listen to
You hear
anything
the
your mom has
sizzle
to
of the
say.
fucking
Anything
butter in the
tiny
background?
little friends that never
delicious.
have weighed more than 80 pounds in their whole life have
He's
to
a
say.
doofus.
So what do you want them to say to me? That I'm, you gain a lot of weight, you look sexy.
Ooh, that voice.
Come on.
Yeah, but here's the thing. She's coming here, she put a few on, and she's bummed about it.
Right.
You gotta like that in a woman. She's not going,
you
hey.
sure do.
She's going like, what the fuck? I put weight on, I'm bothered by that. That's what every chick should
she's
do.
not saying deal with it. She's like,
right.
She's pissed at Lewis and what he fucking makes.
What is she saying?
She doesn't have any money, so he's frying up all sorts of crap.
Lou is like, hey, what? I wish you would stop saying that. I have 6 frozen pizzas in the oven for us.
Right. She's saying basically, I came here to be a wife, and now I'm turning into a big fat fucking tub of garbage. I'm turning into an unfuckable, monstrous, crying tub of. I'm paraphrasing, but I mean that's how I interpret it.
Read between the lines.
Yeah, but dummy's going. I'm not going to argue with the girl who's about too fat. She says she was.
Says she was.
Dumb clip of speech, big mouth, lion mouth.
Stupid.
I see you don't have any clips from Siggy Breath today.
Old Siggy Breath.
Yeah, well, he's probably out sucking one down.
Yeah, you can't get the sound of old Siggy Breath sucking one down on
He's
clips.
swishing that smoke around in his mouth before he comes in for a smoocheroonie.
You think he does? You think he's like Listerine? He holds that smoke in his mouth?
Dude, he fucking blows it out. As the door's opening, the commissioner, and he reeks of it, and then he kisses this fucking 9.5, and she backs up like, oh, God. Old fucking smoke mouth wants a peck.
His clothes just fucking reek. Yes.
Sour ciggy breath.
He does love his ciggies, though, doesn't he?
And he probably eats a fucking, what are those breath strips? Like a fucking,
right.
a Listerine, breath strip
breath
and thinks
strip.
it helps.
You think it does?
No, it doesn't at all.
Because he's got a Listerine strip and a ciggy in
And
his
ciggy
mouth
breath.
at the same time.
Disgusting.
Why don't we have any clips from Siggy Breath?
He didn't shine this episode.
No.
Nah.
I'm trying to think what was happening.
Well, he came back from his bachelor party.
All right, all smug that he was out all night.
I was talking to some girls. You know,
boy.
I was just talking to some girls.
Right, and she didn't like that.
No.
He's trying to be a man.
Yeah.
Like a real man.
Yeah. I didn't go to the strip club, like I said, but I was talking to some girls there.
Yeah. It's such a horrendous facade.
Yeah.
He's not a real man.
No.
He thinks he could play that.
She's setting the rules.
Absolutely.
Not a real man.
Yeah, hey, woman.
Show you real man. Hey, woman. Hey, woman.
You and a chump know where I had to come from? Bad boy, you say you smoke ciggies. Prove it now. Give her a kiss. Sometimes the smell comes out of the mouth. Sometimes the smell don't come out of the mouth.
We do have clips of Alan and Kiriam, though.
Oh, these two are the breakout stars.
I do like that.
With the mom that loves a good man sandwich.
Oh, you bet she does. A nice sloppy Joe for
She
dinner.
loves man sandwiches.
A nice...
The bigger, the better.
Nice drippy man sandwich.
A bunch of characters.
Alan buys a wedding band because he's moved his wedding date to tomorrow. This guy is the best.
Oh, boy.
If you remember last week...
He's not a dummy.
No, Kiriam had started modeling.
Yep.
And so she started becoming self-aware in the fact that she's ridiculously hot.
So he's trying to marry her before she becomes completely aware.
Yeah.
Why don't we get married this second?
Right.
They only have 90 days, but he's still like, we can't wait 90 days.
Alan goes, let's move the date up. Like, let's do it tomorrow.
Right.
Oh, he knew she could be slipping away.
He did know.
Because he's Mormon, too, so he hasn't been able to stick it in her.
Yep.
And so he's been making her either stay at his apartment with his friend chaperoning,
right,
or sleep at his parents' house, just her by herself without him.
What a waste. She's going to that's going to be her first, is that guy?
Can you imagine?
How stiff and shitty he'd be in the fucking Mormon sex. God.
You think his hair falls out while he's having sex?
His hair falls.
Absolutely.
She's like, I thought I shaved my pussy. You went down on me and I have a big muff again. It's like, no, that's from the top of my head, dear.
That's from my Mormon nerves.
Right. Fuck. He's stressed out.
Yes.
Well, here's a clip of Alan buying the wedding bands. He is moving this date forward quickly.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do you have men's wedding bands? Men's wedding bands, yes, please. Things are getting crazy. I mean, tomorrow's the big day. We moved up the wedding, and I still have so much to do. I haven't even bought my wedding band yet.
You're getting married, really?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow? What's the rush?
If it's the right person.
What's the rush?
You know, I'm not really nervous, so I'm just kicking myself for waiting to the last second to buy the ring. But yeah, you guys saved me because this is perfect. So
okay.
I'll take this.
Leading to the last minute. He had 90 days. What is he talking about?
Plus, then he was like, let's get married tomorrow.
He made it the last minute by moving the date up to tomorrow.
Because he couldn't afford to waste any more time.
We have a selection of rings here. You might. This one's fine.
Right.
Somebody
sold.
Somebody twittered, if E-Rock was a magician, his name would be the Great Panini.
He does love sandwiches.
That's a good one.
He didn't even get the ring fitted, nothing. He just took it right out of the box and then, yes, please, yes. This one's good. If I can get married today, if possible, that would be great.
Right. The Great Linguini, maybe, too.
Oh, that's a good one.
Go with that one.
The Great Linguini. Oh, and his assistant. Oh, no, wait a minute. I fucked up the word anyway. And it wasn't that good.
What was it?
You
just say it.
No.
Just for fun.
Yeah, what's the food? It might be good.
No, it's okay. It was a bomb in the making.
Maybe.
You'll never know.
Exactly.
Penny and Teller.
All right.
Some pen and cheese, penny,
and
And
Helen Keller.
Nice.
That isn't it.
Kirlium is unsure about her first night with Alan.
What about David Whopperfield?
Siegfried and Roy Rogers.
We haven't done this before, have we?
I don't think so.
E-Rock
is a magician.
Oh, fuck. Hold on. Pig Penning. Oh, no, I fucking blew. I was thinking Doug Henning.
Yes.
All right. Wrecked it.
You certainly did. Someone's here saying Chris Angel food cake.
Nice.
Chris Angel hair pasta.
The great Dan weighs a ton.
That's.
Wait, what's the real name?
The great Danton
from The Prestige.
Yes.
The Prestige. Not many magicians.
No,
yeah, not a whole lot.
David Blaine.
Oh.
Blaine.
Oh, man.
Oh, well.
Anyway.
David Cloverfield. It was a big monster. That's a Carson Scotch. That's very funny. David Cloverfield
was so heavy.
He was a giant monster that crunched buildings and ate things.
He weighed thousands of pounds.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Let's see. So you got Kirlium is unsure about her first night with Alan. Talking about the sex, I guess. Here.
So, like, you and Alan both waited till you were married to be together. Are you excited for your wedding night?
Oh, yes. As Mormon, we don't have sex before the marriage. So the wedding night is going to be really special.
Music's good.
Are you a little nervous?
Yes. I have no idea what I will do.
Oh.
That's still pretty natural. You should be fine.
Yeah.
You already got your lingerie and stuff?
Oh, my
I'm
God.
excited and I am a little nervous. Yeah, I hope it's gonna be okay.
Oh, my God.
Boy.
Those big, luscious lips.
What?
Just gonna fucking have nothing.
These women that wait to their wedding night, and then what happens? And then you discover your man has a micro penis. How do you deal with that?
Could you imagine the micro penis revelation?
Don't you want to know what you're getting into a little bit?
Or what's getting into you, ladies?
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Alan and Kirlium get ready for their wedding.
Yeah, this is the big emotional climax of the episode.
Is it really?
Yeah, where he's like walking down the aisle and all that.
Fuck.
Oh. And being extremely selfish because Kirlium's parents have to watch the whole thing through Skype.
Well, yeah,
Who does that?
Skype wedding.
They had no notice because he decided we have to get married tomorrow because somebody's going to take you away from me.
Because, yeah, you're modeling.
So they're setting up the laptop in the front of the church so her parents could see it through Skype. Once you figure out how to fucking fly them in for the wedding?
Hey,
I wonder if they couldn't get in because of visas. Sometimes the visas are a problem.
Well, then use your MasterCard.
Well, the visa thing,
fuck that.
Siggy Brett's going to have a problem with the visa thing because that broad can't get her parents in for the wedding.
Right.
As of last episode. That's what we missed, that clip.
Yep.
Yeah.
But here's Alan and Kirlium on their wedding day.
Kirlium and I pushed the wedding date up even sooner than the 90-day window requires. I'm getting married very shortly. And, like, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for that moment. Hand in hand, together, finally.
Today is my wedding. Finally, it's day coming.
Oh, boy.
I think every woman wants one day put wedding dress.
Everything's been leading up to this moment.
Oh, boy.
Seeing her walk down the aisle, all the pressure of the 90 days, the K-1 visa, the hassles of the chaperones, it just melts away.
You're a fucking loser if you put her parents on Skype.
He's a loser.
He's a loser.
Wow, look at her.
Oh my God.
Drop dead gorgeous.
That was a stunning picture, yes.
Very cute.
Wow. Oh, my God. And he is such a douche.
He is, right?
Just a Mormon douche.
What do you think the odds are that he does indeed have a micro penis?
100%.
100%. It's confirmed.
You think people in the church are going, oh, wow, look, they're throwing rice behind him. Oh, that's so nice. And they're like, no, well, actually, that's his hair.
Oh, his hair's falling
his hair's
out.
falling out. It's not rice.
Follicles.
Awkward for everybody.
He's very worried, you see.
Yeah, so here's the final clip from episode 5.
I was so excited to see Kierland. The dress was lovely.
That's his mom.
Extremely happy.
Yeah.
That's his mom in between man sandwiches.
Well, she put her man sandwich down enough to, say something nice about her new
I can't believe
daughter-in-law.
Happy to see Alan get married today. They seem so
Are
happy
they in a
together.
gym? It's a gymnasium they're getting married in.
No more air mattress for me.
That was the chaperone. He doesn't have to chaperone them anymore.
Abstain from sex anymore.
Maybe that was his motive in getting married.
Yeah.
He wanted to fuck already.
Kind of nervous.
My first time sleeping with Alan. And I don't know.
Prepare for a lifetime of disappointment. Fuck.
He's a good fuck.
He's probably the most terrible Mormon fuck. Dumb religion.
Hawaii.
Our honeymoon's gonna be unforgettable. We gotta go, okay?
Someone at model shoot made the lick on my pussy hole, and it was much better than you, so I will be leaving.
Made the lick on my pussy hole.
Well, we have one episode to go.
But look at the next time.
Not the greatest episode, to be honest with you. Episode 5 was just all right.
Look at the next time on this, whatever clip.
All right, go back to the...
This is good.
Next
Look at
time
this.
on 90 Day Fiancé.
I've never seen Kierland that sexy before, and I'm a little nervous.
I bet he can't get a rod. He's all nervous.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
Tonight I'm gonna have my bachelorette party.
Unleash those tits.
This is really making me miss Ross.
Until I see Aziza walking down the aisle, I don't know if I'll actually believe that this is happening today.
I don't know if I can do it.
What do you think's holding her back, Jim?
Well, what happens is this. I saw the episode, and there's a big argument between them.
Yeah.
Because Siggy Breath leaves a giant dump in the toilet like a coiling anaconda, and he puts a Siggy out in it. So it looks like there's a log smoking a Siggy, and she realizes that's what the smell is. And she flushes the bowl, but the whole log can't go down, so there's a piece with a Siggy sticking out of the water.
And it still smells better than his breath.
Yes, it looks like the fucking Statue of Liberty at the end of Planet of the Apes, but it's coming out of the toilet.
Jesus.
That's one. And Pow at her bachelor party.
Yeah.
Fucking goes up behind the DJ booth and fillets the DJ. That's Troy Kwan. And that causes a whole riff.
Causes a whole to-do.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that sounds crazy.
All right. Well, we got episode 6 in our emails. I got to watch it today. And then we'll spoil it for everybody tomorrow.
We want to have clips tomorrow.
What?
I don't think we can play clips yet.
Well, you can spoil it, though. Fuck them.
I can't believe that...
Sirius XM. You can put your penis away, miss.
Got Billy Connolly outside the studio, making his way in. A very funny gentleman.
There he is. Take a seat, sir.
Haven't seen him in a while.
Hi, Billy.
What's up, Billy?
Nice to see you.
What's going on, man?
Look at that. Nice big beard.
You see it,
Well-coiffed mustachio.
It's my winter plumage.
Is it winter plumage?
Yeah.
I get it.
It's working.
It's been a crazy winter for New York. I think we're just about out of it, though, finally.
Getting a Gandalf thing going.
Oh, why not?
Why not?
I have friends like that in Scotland who grow beards from September to Easter.
Really?
Yeah, they've no beard in the summer, and then September let it go again.
Yeah, people do that. I don't know why. It's not like a face-warming thing, is it?
It is,
it warms your face.
Does it work?
Fuck
Yeah.
It's really good under your chin here.
Yeah, okay.
It absolutely helps. You got to grow it out, though.
Yeah, you got to, like, commit.
You got to go mountain.
Yeah,
I just shaved
mountain,
mine down. Mine was almost as big as yours, Billy.
Yeah, he gets like a big Jeremiah Johnson kind of beard thing going. Grizzly Adams.
I'm starting to look like
Grizzly Adams is my favorite.
Yeah, Grizzly Adams had the big beard.
Doesn't it itch? I don't like facial hair at all.
No.
It itches at first.
Yeah,
I don't know,
got to get
kiss
past
him.
that stage.
What's that?
I said, I don't know, kiss him.
It softens up after a while. It itches when it's sort of brittle and short.
Yeah.
Then it softens up.
Yeah.
I don't think women. I guess some women like a beard or facial hair, but I'm like, I don't know. How can a girl like?
Until you get food caught in it, and
Right.
It's just
Oh,
like
man.
whatever you're drinking is now in your beard.
Yeah.
There are days when I had it long, man. The smell coming from that beard was brutal.
My God! What?
Smoothies dripping into it. You wipe it off.
It's when you don't know it's there.
He knows.
For days.
He knows.
God damn it.
At the corners of your mouth.
Yeah. You do the right.
The only thing worse than that is those guys who have a little hammock of mayonnaise-y stuff at the corner of the mouth.
Yeah, that's that psychotic medication when they're on antidepressants. They get that fucking 1,000-yard marine stare.
Oh, yeah.
And that little buildup of white shit.
Elmer's glue in the corners.
Fucking worst.
The beard becomes
And
like
it
a.
stretches, and once you've spotted it, you can't take your eyes off.
That's just stringing.
Can't look anywhere else. The beard becomes like a sponge, though, for everything you're eating and drinking.
Catch-all.
Even if you wipe it down after a meal, it's catching something.
But it smells like hair. Like, isn't it like a scalp? Like, if it stinks, like your scalp, if you don't wash your hair, fucking smells.
It could reek. Yeah, it absolutely could reek.
Holy
I'm here to
shit.
tell you.
Well, yours looks very clean
very
and coiffed.
smelly today.
No, you look very clean.
Yes, you took a shower, and then you shower, and you're back to normal. Thank God.
Yeah.
You know, what are you going to do? Right, Billy?
I don't squander my conditioner on it or anything like that.
No, huh? You don't squander your conditioner?
No, hell no. I don't even use shampoo on it. A little soap is good enough for the beard.
Do that, yeah.
That's right.
But then your face gets dry and itchy and flaky underneath.
Well, what are you going to do? I got nice shampoo, and I just keep it for my head.
Yeah, whatever works for you.
Right.
Put a little lotion on it.
Nah.
Well, you'll notice that your pubic hair is always in perfect condition.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't squander your conditioner down there.
But that's because the conditioner, I think, when you rinse your hair, is running down.
Oh, you get a little something?
Your body and
No,
gives you a little
I
something.
think the answer is wear underwear on your head.
Your hair will always be soft like your
pubic hair
pube.
with ping, shiny, curly, and lively. You never hear anybody saying, "Oh, my pubic hair's dull and lifeless."
Yeah.
Straight, I can't get it to curl at all.
No body to it. Yeah.
Do you know what's funny? I do have I shave my pubes totally, but I said before, I was joking, it looks Asian. My fucking pubic hair is totally straight.
Unlike the owner.
That is weird.
I know, it's creepy. It's creepy.
Does it pop out
that is
straight, or
weird.
does it fall down?
It's fucking awful, dude. It stands up straight, and then when it's like it kind of like goes sideways around my dick like fucking grass. It's terrible.
Oh man! Hell. Like tall grass around a tree.
Yeah, exactly. Like around a leaky fucking infected tree.
Oh, the moss.
Yeah, there's some moss around it.
On the northern side.
God damn, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's gross. So I fucking keep. I had a girl one time. I was in a threesome. I was fucking a girl.
Oh, that's enough. Enough. I had a Catholic upbringing.
And
straight to confession and wash your mouth out.
And well, she wanted to. After she fucking had a taste of my pubes, she was none too pleased. She's like, "You ought to shave that." She said it right in front of her boyfriend. He was banging her, and she was blowing me. She's like, "You ought to shave that." I'm like, all right, I did.
That's a hell of a scene.
Yeah, it was quite a rude awakening, but now I like it baby soft smooth. No fucking pubes.
Now I get this weird picture every time I look at you.
Yeah,
it's a good
now
picture, though.
Well,
it's a nice picture.
It's a picture.
Smooth penis, smelling good.
So what are you up to these days? It's been a while. What are you working on?
Nothing.
Nothing. Well, that's relaxing.
Well, I start in New Zealand in April, and I've got 7 nights here in America before I go.
Okay, that's working on something then.
Yeah, you're still doing it.
You're a busy man.
Are you doing gigs, you mean? 7 nights of work?
Yeah.
Wow.
What are you shooting in New Zealand?
No, I'm just doing one-nighters in New Zealand for 2 months.
Oh, gigs.
Yeah.
2 months of one-nighters in New Zealand.
There's that much work in New Zealand that you have to be there for 2 months?
For Billy Connolly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Fuck,
Wait,
I've
good
been
for
doing
you.
it for about 20 years.
That New Zealand is a strange place. We don't.
Oh, it's a beautiful
But
place.
Americans don't really know much about it for whatever reason.
Oh, it's really good. It's a fantastic
what I hear.
place. And I've got some work to do in The Hobbit, you know.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because I'm in the third one. That's the one that comes out next Christmas.
Is that why you got the beard?
No, no.
He always had the beard.
I know. They could always
But
put
I've
one
got
on
even
anyway.
more beard than The Hobbit. I've got loads of beard.
Loads of beard, yeah.
And my eyebrows are braided.
Holy shit.
Full dark, yeah.
That's cool.
Is it your beard or they put a little extra on?
They put extra on it, extra face as well, because I'm a dwarf.
Okay, so they got to make your nose a little bigger.
They make it really wide, so as you look short.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
So I've got extra bits on my head and everything. It's nothing like me. Why they booked me, I'll never know.
Maybe the accent.
Absolutely.
That might have got you in the door for The Hobbit.
Those are great movies, man. Peter Jackson does a great job with those.
Oh, it's extraordinary.
Yeah.
You could I'm a shitty auditioner, man. Like, I can act okay, but I fucking just suck on audition. There's something...
You choke?
Yeah, it's just like I was doing something yesterday, and I loved the material, and I felt very comfortable with the material, but then I go in, and the casting director was nice, but then you're just standing in front of a blue screen, like, okay, move a little close. It's just like so fucking completely unnatural.
I don't know how they expect people to perform at their best in those situations. The other one was, when I lived in California, I'd go down and read for things. I don't do that anymore. But the director wouldn't be there. It'd be some girl, some secretary, and she's got her head down reading the script. So you'd play into the top of her head.
Yeah.
Well, how are you supposed to beat your best like that?
I wonder if they take that into consideration, though. And they're like, all right, he's a 5 here. He'd probably be...
It can only be better.
Yeah, it can only be better.
So if you do above average in that circumstance.
And then I spoke to Dennis Dugan, the director, and he does all Adam Sandler stuff and everything. And he says he knows the second the person walks in the door whether he's got the gig or not.
Wow.
Doesn't need to speak.
Wow.
Well, but he's in the room, though, with the person.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can probably tell if you're confident or whatever. A lot of them say it's how you present yourself in the room.
The other thing is, sometimes you don't get the gig because you're too tall, you're too fat, you're too thin, compared to the leading lady or whoever. You've got to be opposite, you know, you're too short, you're this, you're that, you're that.
Did that happen to you? Is there a story there, Billy? Not really?
No, because I don't get asked to audition.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, we need this guy.
Yeah,
We've seen him.
We need the Connolly type.
Get us Billy Connolly.
Yeah.
Well,
Get him on the phone.
Tom Cruise is short. I mean, I've heard that like when women act with him, that they sometimes have to stand lower than him because
he isn't as short as people think.
No, how tall is he?
No.
He's 5'7", 5'8"?
He's about 5'10", I think.
Oh, I thought he was like 5'6" or 5'5".
Oh, yeah, I always thought he was shorter than 5'10".
I did The Last Samurai with him, and maybe he had lifts on or something, but he seemed tall enough to me.
Yeah, you probably should have checked his shoes, Billy. He probably was on stilts or something.
Some of them lift.
Right.
You know how hard it'd be to put lifts on those shoes in The Last Samurai? Didn't they wear like little fucking slippers, though?
Slippers with lifts.
Yeah, that would look really silly. We saw Pacino's lifts at the end of...
Yeah.
What was that movie with De Niro?
De Niro.
It was terrible. It was...
Turk and Rooster, that one?
Yeah, it was...
They were named Turk and Rooster?
Oh, it stunk.
That was the name of that movie. Hey, Palto, come on.
A Righteous Kill.
Righteous
And at the end of it,
Kill.
after the terrible speech when he gets shot, Pacino's laying there with his fucking, and they pan back and you can see his little lips. You're like, oh, the poor little guy.
Oh, really?
But someone blew that, though. They should have filmed that differently.
Well, they probably didn't think people would be fucking screen capping it and looking for his lips. I never heard this radio show.
Take it out in post.
Right.
How's your health?
Terrible.
Terrible.
I had a weird thing. I got Parkinson's disease, and I had cancer.
Jeez.
The prostate, yeah.
How'd you find out about the prostate? Were you feeling weird, or are they just natural, just testing?
They were just testing. I was just getting an annual finger up the bum.
Wow.
And they did the blood test, and it proved positive.
Well, they're like, there's something there, yeah.
So they whipped it out.
What's the call like that you get for that? Like, what are you're home and they say, okay, we have to come in this time for the...
Yeah, it's a really weird call. I can remember saying to the guy, well, nobody's ever said that to me before, you know.
Wow.
You get cancer, and usually you're only told once.
Oh, man. Damn.
So what did you think when they told you had it?
Nothing.
You didn't freak out?
No.
Why?
I don't know.
You were like, well, is that a thing of being in shock, though? Is it like, fuck it, or I can't believe I got this, or, hey, we all got to die sometime?
Well, it's funny, I went to see the doctor in the hospital, the guy who operated on me, and he said, well, first of all, he said, you're not going to die. And I thought, well, it never crossed my mind that I might. I think it's kind of arrogance. I was going to live forever. So it just ambled through.
And now, did you lose, any function or no?
No.
Oh, that's cool. Because I think after a prostate or something, right? Doesn't that fuck you up? Or is that... What's the one that will fuck you up with erections
I think it depends.
and all that stuff?
It can, yeah. But
yeah, it probably depends on what treatment they have to use based on what level
It's kind
you
of
have.
bizarre, though. You can have orgasm, but you don't ejaculate.
Oh.
Wait, you're not shooting anything?
Nothing. Because that's what it's made.
Oh, they took the prostate out?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So you feel it, but nothing comes out.
Nothing comes out.
Could be handy.
But it's still very pleasant.
Yeah.
It used to be.
Yeah.
But there's no damp patch anymore.
Oh, wow.
You should just have a water gun by your bedside.
I thought it should make a noise. I should go.
Right, something. Little water guns, depending on the position.
Shit.
No one will know.
Nothing.
So you go through, you'll just go like, ugh, but there's no fluid at all?
Nothing.
Wow, it's like shadow boxing, almost. Fuck.
That seems pretty fucking cool in a weird way.
It's rather
because you got the feeling,
Yeah, you get
as long as you got the feeling.
You get all the nice bits.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, but you're not worried about having kids at this point anyway, right?
No, for Christ's sake.
I mean, that's probably a great benefit if you're in your fucking 30s. I'm 45. I don't want prostate cancer, but I wouldn't mind nothing.
So just have it taken out.
Nah, I like a hefty load.
The thicker the better, right, Jimmy?
Yeah. I like a little bit of punishment.
Hefty load. It's so sexy.
Yeah. A little punishment with it.
Prepare yourself for a heavy load, darling. Here we go.
I do fucking like that a lot.
Some rope.
So the cancer's taken care of, but now you got the Parkinson's you got to deal with. Fuck.
How'd you find out about that?
Man.
Oh, that was the weirdest one of all. I was doing Conan O'Brien's thing, and they put me up in the Sportsman's Lodge in Los Angeles. And I was walking through the lobby, and there was every time I'd gone through, there was a crowd of boys and girls and a couple of adults. And they were dancers from Australia. And the guy in charge of them came over to me one day and he said, Billy, I'm a big fan. I'm from Tasmania, Australia. I said, oh, yeah. He said, I'm a surgeon. He said, and I've been watching you walking. He said, and you've got a strange gait. That was the way he put it. He said, you show distinct signs of early onset Parkinson's disease. See your doctor.
Jeez. Really?
Aye.
So what was the gait? What was giving it away?
I think it's the way I just held myself.
Holy shit.
Aye.
So a surgeon fan saw that, tells you to get Parkinson's, and do they blood check for that, or how do they test you for Parkinson's?
Oh, they blood test and various other little physical bits and pieces.
And they told you you had it?
Yeah.
But what do they do to stop it from progressing?
Drugs.
So you have you're on a regiment?
No, I'm on nothing. I was on it for a while, and then the specialist said that the side effects were stronger than the effects.
Which were what?
Wow.
I didn't notice any effects, but he said the side effects were a deep interest in sex and gambling.
I've heard about that. Yeah, I read about that.
Do you remember that thing on television? They used to advertise this drug for shaky leg.
Yes, and it said the side effect might be gambling.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do they say here? Take 2 pills of fun and call me in the morning.
So if you see somebody in Las Vegas with an erection.
What a weird side effect, though.
Rolling the dice
Gambling.
with his dick. Yeah.
How does the wiring in
Gambler's dick.
But how's the wiring in your brain go fucked up because you're taking this pill and now you have to gamble?
I don't know. Is that a dopamine thing?
Strange.
Is it a dopamine release, or it does something? Why those two things?
I've absolutely no idea.
Yeah, it sounds like something in some obsessive part, or some part of your brain that would do what makes you want to gamble, or obsessively have sex.
What does it make you compulsively eat, too? I wonder if people who are on that fucking eat more and put on weight and get fat.
I don't know. Where are we at with Parkinson's, too? How's the research and stuff going?
I think the stem cell stuff is very promising. But they have a lot of problems legally getting it through.
No kidding, man. Let them stem cell.
Yeah.
I got a nephew that's all in. doing stem cell research down there in hot Atlanta.
But it's the religious groups. It's
screw them.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
They should have a field of fetuses like in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Just fucking working on those things, just tapping them. That's it.
Well, like Motel Hell.
I'm glad I come here. It beats watching curling on television.
A lot of curling going on the past couple of weeks.
I get upset about curling because in Scotland it's a game drunk people play.
Really?
It's a Scottish sport.
So it's not like an Olympic sport. It's just like bowling or something.
Casual. Fun. There's a lot of laughing.
Go out with your friends and do some curling, yeah.
Supposedly they're allowed to drink a beer. That Olympic athlete yesterday was telling us that. We had a gold medalist in here yesterday, and she was saying that they're allowed to drink a beer. It's part of the rules or something.
If you're
in the Olympics,
there shouldn't be any Olympic sport where having a beer won't be a negative. Before you go out there, yeah.
Who can have a beer?
The curlers.
Supposedly the curling guys.
Oh, yeah.
But she was saying in the Olympics they could have a beer.
That'd be fucked
up.
No,
I'll tell you, this is absolutely true. It was 1979. They had a thing called a Bonspiel. It's a big gathering of curlers on the Lake of Menteith in Scotland. And I went with my friend. He knew about it. I had never seen a curler curling, and we went along, and they were all. And the ice was really thick, but it would crack every now and again. And go,
whoa, shit!
And I would go,
scary.
Jesus, and the curlers would go, hooray!
Oh, so that's like a big fun thing.
You know? Hey!
Oh, wow.
And I said, everybody's drunk here. And then I turned around and there was a guy, he had unscrewed his brush, which was in 2 bits, and his brush was hollow and full of whiskey.
And it had whiskey in it? So he'd do that, put it back, and then start scraping and brushing the ice.
Sweeping.
Isn't it the best looking sport in the world for that?
It looks silly.
I think it's wonderful. It's like kind of Monty Python invention.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel Olympic worthy, though. It just feels like, I mean, I know it's a skill.
No, it'll feel worthy when they get brushes for everybody, for the 100 meters dash of the guy. A really fast runner with a brush in front of him.
It does look a little exhausting.
It's not easy to figure out how hard to slide that shit.
That's the key,
There's absolutely a talent there.
Is the person that does that slow little lag. That's the key right there.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, gotta be pretty good.
I think it's really impressive.
I think so.
But I prefer the drunk version.
Sure. A few beers involved.
Because there's a lot of laughing.
I prefer the drunk version of anything.
I would assume the drunk version of it is just hurling them down as hard as you can and just smashing whatever you can. No strategy whatsoever.
And a lot of rebel yelling.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The brush is useless. No one is actually doing anything real with that.
Well, if you equate it with recreational bowling like we have here, you go with your friends. There's a lot of drinking of beer.
Yes.
A lot of laughing.
It's exactly like bowling.
That's the what it is over there.
Curling.
Right.
Yep.
And you throw it as hard as you can.
Yeah.
After a while.
Mostly older people. There's some young people do it.
Right.
But there's a lot of old people. There's a great mixture of ages.
Yeah.
Well, it isn't like a sport. It's a kind of community.
And then bowling, you got like the professionals. When they put them on Wide World of Sports years ago, or whatever. And that they're not drinking and whooping it up. So that's the professional part, which I guess is like the Olympics with curling. But then the basic one is just a lot of fun drinking and laughing.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
I hate bowling because it's like it's like the balls like go in the gutter and then it just curls around and hits all the pins.
Those are the good bowlers.
That fucking annoys me.
Oh, you're just
in the gutter.
Straight down the middle guy.
Yeah. I bowl in 80. I fucking stink.
I do enjoy going
straight
bowling.
as an arrow.
Exactly.
No spin.
I
straight as an arrow.
Right down the fucking middle.
I just checked my Twitter, and Queen Elizabeth writes, Billy Connolly reminds me of my dad. Gets cancer, doesn't give a fuck.
That's right.
My dad was...
Why should you give a fuck?
My dad had some of that cancer stuff, and same thing. These old school guys.
If you get cancer, I think you should start giving a fuck. I mean, come on.
Right.
You either give a fuck or you don't. You know about everything.
Yeah, about everything.
So you just apply it to the cancer. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
It's the same as Parkinson's. You meet guys and say, I was online and I found that 12 things of dopamine and 3 things of acetylcholine and things. Fuck off. I prefer not to give it any notice. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't sing a whole lot of shaking going on.
Do they, with Parkinson's, it fucks with the memory, too. Like, are you concerned with that?
No, I've always had a shitty memory.
Oh, you do?
I've always had a shitty memory.
I saw you at the Beacon.
Now you have an excuse then.
Yeah, I guess. I saw you at the Beacon, and it was a great show, but there was one bit. It might have been a new bit, but you were you forgot the punch, but you were funny with it, because we've all done that on stage, where you just fucking forget where you're going, and but you stop and you like acknowledge, I fucking forgot where and people laughed, because it was like...
I've done that my entire career.
Really?
Yeah.
You just kind of lose your place?
Just lose it, yeah. Wander off.
How are you with lines in movies?
I'm okay with
like
that.
a script, yeah, you could. Phew, that always looks like a pain in the ass.
No kidding.
That always looks like a hard thing to do.
Although I did one recently, Quartet, and it was directed by Dustin Hoffman, and he would say, "Do your lines, but if you find anything funny, just do it."
Oh, wow, he let you.
Lovely, yeah.
He let you go off book a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's gotta be fun for you.
As long as you get your cue on for the next person.
Right, yeah.
Did you go off at all?
Oh yeah.
I always thought they hated that because it's harder to edit that way. If you're fucking all over the place, then they can't use the 2 takes in a row.
Yeah. Well, the good guy like Dustin will say that's great and just that's it in the can.
Well, yeah.
He's not one of those fucking 2,000 take guys.
Oh no.
We got a guy that grew up with you, wants to talk to you badly.
Really?
Yeah. Let me say hi to Thomas. Hi, Thomas.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. You didn't grow up with me with that fucking accent.
Yeah. You don't know me now. You used to know me pretty well now. Now you don't want to talk to me.
Who are you?
Oh, Jesus.
What the fuck?
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Did someone actually buy that call inside?
I apologize. I thought that would have been cool if someone you knew from the old days calling our show. It happens.
Yeah, of course it does. But
I think that would be an odd occurrence.
That shows you how fucking Americans don't know different accents. Yeah, I had no idea.
I just assumed, oh, God, it's got to be.
Not with that accent.
Yeah, I would have thought he's from your block.
Right, I have no idea either.
He's probably sitting in an attic in his underwear.
Yeah, of course he is.
If he's enjoying this show, I would say yes, definitely. He's a lonely man in an attic or a basement.
We attract those types, Billy. Yeah. We attract a few of those.
They usually are.
Are you watching the Olympics in general besides the curling, or do you care at all?
I don't care much, but I think they're skillful people. I like the luge doubles.
Yeah, that's a little wacky or whatever.
That's kind of bizarre, isn't it?
We talked about how do you approach another guy and say, hey, man,
I'm going to lie.
I want you to join.
I'm going to lie with my ass on your bollocks. We're going to hurtle down this hill. And every now and again I'm going to say, what the fuck was that? And you're going to say, the ice is lumpy. And I'm going to say, that doesn't give you an erection, you liar. That's not an erection, it's my bus fare in my trouser pocket.
It's a sport you could do by yourself, so why would you invite another man to join you?
I really need you on here.
Ski jump doubles.
Right. Yeah.
Just one pair of skis, but two guys.
Just add another guy to every individual sport. Why not?
Yeah. As they're coming down, the guy at the back can flap his arm.
Yeah. Keep him in the air. That just does seem like something that you could do completely alone. So why?
What's that about?
Like, what's the 2 guys for in that? Is
it's
it a weight
weird,
thing?
Isn't it?
That's a strange one.
Is it a weight issue?
Can you guide a luge, or do you just go?
I don't know. I don't know if you're guiding it. Do you? Is it steerable?
Yeah, they steer a little bit.
But a little movement, a fucking
trench.
little bit of movement has got to.
Yeah,
it seems to me you guide it with your feet. That's the way it looks.
Like they almost drag their feet a little.
But then to do that, you'd have to look up, and when you look up, you slow down.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta know where you are. On
I think
track.
you're in that trench and just.
Do you know a sport they should have at the Winter Olympics? Just making a slide. Remember when you were a kid, you used to make slides on the icy road. You just run and slide.
Oh, and slide on your the Olympic sliding. And what? See how far you can get?
Yeah, I see how far you can get. And you must wear a raincoat and rubber boots and all that. The way kids do.
Yeah, there's a uniform that you'd have to wear the raincoat.
And they leave little bits of little fucking nails sticking through, so occasionally someone gets their asshole ripped out on the slide.
The way they do to banisters.
Yeah, just so somebody gets injured. I mean, you got to make it exciting. That would be the fucking.
I like watching the It sounds a little faggy, but the skating. I like the girls figure skating because they're fucking.
He likes very young girls,
hot.
Billy.
No, they're 18, 20-year-old girls.
He likes extremely young girls.
Who doesn't appreciate a nice fit body like that on the ice. Very graceful.
They're very good, but I feel kind of strange watching it ever since somebody told me it was a test for homosexuality. A test. Have you ever cried watching figure skating?
I don't know. Wow, yeah, if you're crying doing watching figure skating.
What if I find myself crying here? I've got enough fucking problems.
You don't need to be crying during figure skating.
Whoa!
It's beautiful.
It's lovely.
It's shit. No,
Beats the shit out of doubles losing.
Yeah, that should be a test.
That you just,
you're crying during that. I wish that was me.
It's too late for this. Oh, I wish I was the guy in the
Oh, shit. You just feel dirty with that song. You're like, hey, I can't watch this shit. What the fuck am I watching? What is going on here?
But there is a very big difference, not just the temperature either, the Summer and Winter Olympics. The Winter Olympics, I noticed it's a very white Olympics. There's a lot of white people.
Except for the Jamaican bobsleigh team.
Yeah, which always seems just like
they're
a
in there
goof.
for the goof.
That just seems a little goofy.
It is, but the announcer keeps saying, no, you must take them seriously. They're very, very good athletes.
Yes.
They always come in last.
Because no one takes them seriously. They always come in last. Yeah.
And they're fat guys. That's what I like about them.
They're fat guys. And then they paint their fucking sled up, whatever it is, like one of the tour buses down in Jamaica.
That's right.
So no one takes it seriously.
That's right. It's as if they've done it in the garage.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a goof. I think it's more popular because of the movie.
Well, I guess.
It's almost like...
But they're making their own bobsleds. The Americans have, like, BMW making their bobsleds.
Yeah, they make their own.
The Jamaicans are just, like you said, in a garage.
Yes. Yeah.
Like a fucking homemade go-kart or something.
John Candy was very good in that. You kind of forget he was in that movie.
I don't know if I ever saw that movie.
I saw it recently.
He was good in everything.
Yeah, he was great in
brilliant.
everything, man.
John Candy was brilliant.
Goddamn guy.
I think he's the funniest. Gleason, I think, was the funniest fat guy ever. But at least that I've seen.
That's a direct link. That's really clever.
Yeah.
You can see Gleason in him, can't you?
Yeah, and Candy, I think, came after him.
That same bizarre talent.
He was able to play the goofy fat guy, but also like very serious, where you'd feel for him.
Yeah, right. You'd like him.
That. Yeah,
absolutely
very
him
much like him. Yeah.
John Candy was never bad in anything I ever saw.
No.
Even shitty movies.
Right.
That shows a real talent.
What was good? Only the Lonely with him and Maureen.
Eddie Murphy's never bad in anything.
That's true.
He's always great, even when the movie is a bit suspect.
Right. A bit
brilliant.
suspect.
I want to see Murphy, though, play something different. Like, he is good, but he doesn't do any really serious. Like, I would love to see him do something like Pryor did, like, Grease Lightning and Lady Sings the Blues. And I would love to see Murphy do something that's, like, just different, because I think he is a really good actor.
I'd like to see him do something dark and threatening.
Yeah.
The way Robin Williams does from time to time.
Yeah, he's really good, too. Definitely, yeah.
He's a Juilliard-trained actor. Robin Williams is like
That's right, yeah.
I think Christopher Reeve was his roommate in college. He's a real actor. Yeah. Robin Williams is like a fucking actor.
But it's kind of weird when an actor breaks as a comedian or a comic actor. He kind of gets that stigma, and it's hard to transcend. He did it.
Oh, it's amazingly difficult to transcend.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, he's that funny guy.
Especially if you do it well the first time.
Right, yeah. If you do it well, and especially him being a stand-up, it's kind of like, oh, serious? Get out of here.
I don't know what he did first, to be honest. I know he's been doing stand-up. My first Robin Williams album was Reality What a Concept in 1979.
Jesus.
I remember I got that like for my birthday or something, and that was the one you played with the fucking volume down, because he said fuck on it like 3 times.
Did he?
Yeah, and that was like a big deal. Like, you heard an album with fuck on it. And he was doing Shakespeare on the record, so I'm like, I know he acted back then.
He did, yeah, because he came to Edinburgh Festival with an acting troupe from Juilliard.
Well, when was that?
That would be in the 60s.
In the 60s?
No, he's not.
Yeah,
he is that old. He could have done something in the 60s.
Oh, it's Robin Williams.
Late 60s, man.
Look this shit up.
Are you sure?
Well, maybe early 70s.
I was watching a video of you online yesterday. I was trying to find really older footage, but 82 is as far back as I could. I only watched for a little while, and then I got caught in a YouTube loop. I started watching, you start.
Isn't it easy to do?
Yes.
you go from one thing. I start out looking for banjo stuff, and I end up watching blacksmiths in Yugoslavia.
and you're interested.
Deeply interested.
Yeah.
And then it changes to leather aprons all over the world. Ooh.
I started on Billy Connolly, looking for Billy Connolly, and I wound up on Muhammad Ali because of Michael Parkinson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I started. It was like you and Michael Caine doing. We're sitting on panel together.
Oh, yeah.
And how long has that guy been around, fucking Parkinson? Because we don't know him here at all.
Oh, thousands of years.
Thousands, yeah.
Is he still alive?
He's still alive, but he doesn't do the show anymore.
Why?
He kind of gave it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was replaced by younger guys like Jay Leno.
Yeah, I mean, are they good?
Oh yeah, well, but they're not as good. Like he was trained as a journalist, and I always liked doing his show. He was a great audience. He would sit and listen to you, and if you changed the subject, they would go with you.
Right.
Whereas the younger guys seem to have an agenda. You know, they have a little clipboard on their knee, and they've done their pre-interview and all that. So you end up with things like, "Oh, that was a shame about the death of your mother. I believe you like cycling."
Oh my God!
You know what I mean?
You just explained it perfectly.
They stick rigidly to this fucking agenda.
You gotta just go with it.
Yeah. I was watching some Jimmy Fallon last night, and it was pretty much the first Tonight Show I've caught with him, and obviously he's very excited and everything. It looks exhausting. He's coming across as being so overly up and enthusiastic no matter what's happening on the screen that I was exhausted watching him. He's going from like the monologue, and then he's like, "It's the Rose, whoa!" And he runs over to the desk and is like, "Whoa!" He's tapping on the desk. It's like, whew, settle down.
Enthusiast,
yes, and on the way to commercial,
it's a big
he's
gig.
tapping, he's moving, and it's like, I know it's a big gig, but it was exhausting watching him. Like, at some point, you just take a breath. Take a breath.
He'll settle down.
Yeah, he'll settle
I think
down.
he's making a remarkably good job of it.
Yeah, it was a great job. He did.
It's very promising.
Amazing. Funny, totally likable. I think everybody likes him.
He is an immensely likable guy.
The bits, his rapport with the guests that come on is just very natural and fun. I think he's going to do great. But it's so overly energetic from the time he comes out to the time the show's over. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I would imagine that's probably a natural occurrence, too, because you're fucking excited.
I'm hosting the fucking Tonight Show energy. Like,
exactly.
That's just amazing. There's probably this, you just want to run around screaming, "I'm hosting the Tonight Show." I mean,
I feel sorry for Jay Leno, though.
Yeah.
I think he was kind of shabbily treated.
Over and over again.
During the whole time he was there.
That's unbelievable.
Just shabbily treated, yes.
He goes out.
Shabby treatment, don't you think?
Yeah.
He goes out with great ratings. Great ratings. He had amazing ratings right to the end.
He did the job like a professional for a company that was constantly trying to fuck him over. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
He had the same attitude as Johnny Carson. He would come to your dressing room door and say, "Hello, I'm Johnny Carson," and you think, "What am I supposed to say here?"
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Did you do Carson?
Yeah.
How was it here?
I did it in the last week.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit.
Was that your first time on?
Yeah.
Were you nervous?
Oh, yeah.
In the last week
You
to
were
have
booked
you on.
for the last week. Wow.
Yeah.
How was that, Billy?
It was absolutely lovely.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And he introduced himself first?
Yeah, he came to your dressing room. "Hello, I'm Johnny Carson." He's not saying, "Hello, I'm the Statue of Liberty."
Yep.
Well,
That's
Jay had exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
"Hi, I'm Jay Leno. How you doing?"
Yeah, he comes in, he sits with you and talks to you a little bit. "What's going on, man? What's going on?" He's kind of, loosen you up and get you used to being in his energy a little bit and chatting.
A
And
delightful fellow, isn't he?
yeah, he's a really sweet guy. And, I guess...
Letterman's weird. He won't do anything.
No.
Oh, you don't see him at all.
No, he did come back.
We did Letterman once. He walked to the curtain to introduce
he
himself.
actually
Same
walked to the
thing. He goes,
curtain.
"Hi, I'm Dave," and I want to say just like you. "No shit, you're Dave."
you are.
Of course you're Dave.
That was weird that he did that.
And they said that he usually doesn't do that, I guess. I don't know why he did that day, but it certainly relaxed us.
Probably wanted to find out who the fuck we were.
Maybe,
who are these assholes?
Maybe it relaxed him too, though. I mean, let's be honest, his reputation. Maybe he wanted to just see these guys.
Maybe, yeah.
It totally put us at ease, so it was fun. We had a good time.
But I like the long-form interviews, man. Like, I really like, not Charlie Rose, who's a little, in front of an audience. Like, I love Dick Cavett and Mike Douglas.
Yeah.
Because they did imperfect shit. They let it be imperfect.
I think you've got a real good point there, because most of them are into entertaining now all the time.
Yeah.
And they get the panic if there hasn't been a laugh in the last 3 minutes. And it's just go with the flow.
It was so...
Let the guy talk about his dead granny.
Exactly. And if everyone gets a hard-on, so be it.
That's it.
It was definitely more unprofessional back then, for whatever that's worth, and I think it was better to watch somebody giving a normal conversation with another human being. It was more like that. Yeah, they were sitting there smoking cigarettes, drinking.
That's what I love to see.
I love that.
Smoking.
Just so,
brilliant.
Now they'd be like, oh, the children are going to see him smoking or drink. Watching the old Tonight shows where...
On Groucho Marx, a huge cigar.
Yeah, big cigar. And Frank Sinatra would come out, and Dean Martin, and they got drinks in their hand. You know those weren't props. That's drinks, real alcohol drinks in there.
Behaving like human beings.
Yeah,
it's
just
wonderful.
fucking around with each other.
I think it's brilliant.
It was pretty cool.
The more professional it gets with brackets on it,
the
less I like it.
Because I don't know, it seems like if they don't have a giant staff and have written everything down prior to the interview, I don't know how good they'd be. But these other guys, old school, they were able to sit down.
No, because they're not afraid of failure.
Right,
Because they know it isn't real failure. Get on tomorrow night again, you can do it right.
Yeah. Fix it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I watched a Mike Douglas interview at the Jackson 5, and it was awkward because they were not amazing speakers. They were young guys, and it was like he was like, "So you're the prankster," and like Tito's like, "Yeah, and it would just kind of fade away. But it was a real. You could feel it breathe, and it was a real interaction.
Yeah.
Now we're used to seeing famous people talk, so maybe that's not as much of a call for that. I don't know, but it just felt so much more interesting to watch people having a general chat than fucking forcing a 5-minute soundbite.
And you get the impression that something might happen here.
Right.
You know, whereas when it's all professional with brackets, it's kind of nothing's going to happen.
No.
Everything's going to be PR.
Everything's going to be fine. They're going to get their product out there.
Oh, it's a wonderful film. I enjoyed every second. And the cast were delightful. And why did you do it? Oh, it jumped off the page.
I just want one guy to go.
Or the English guys are really pretentious to go, how did you get the movie? Well, I found myself in Egypt. And no, you didn't. What, you woke up when you were in Egypt?
Oh, shit, yeah.
And there was the director in the same restaurant. I went, oh, hello, John, how you doing? And he said, you're the very man for this gig. Like a lying bastard.
Oh, shit.
You followed him to Egypt. You creepy bastard.
I just want one guy to say the movie is shit, and I'm here because we're desperate to sell fucking tickets this weekend. Who came in and did that for us?
Michael Madsen?
Michael Madsen came in.
Oh, now you're talking.
That was
Michael
great.
Madsen came in, and he just let it out. He explained why he did every shit movie. He goes, my mortgage on this one, child support on this one. I had to pay off some people, so I took this movie.
And then he was like, oh, that was a good one.
SAG insurance, you have to have a certain amount of income.
of actual income.
It was so refreshing to finally hear someone say that. It was great.
And then when he went like, no, that was a good one. I liked that movie.
Yeah.
I did because it was good,
Right.
He's another guy who's great in everything.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
He stands apart from the script.
Yeah. He's a scary guy in movies because he's kind of mild-mannered for the most part, but he's just capable of ripping your head off. Very good.
Great
like
sociopath. He's a great fucking sociopath.
Yeah.
He's great to talk to.
And then just to hang out with, to have him on the show and talk. He was really fun.
He had a lot of Hollywood stories, man. Jesus.
Will you ever forget that scene, Stuck in the Middle?
Of course not.
Reservoir Dogs.
Amazing.
Reservoir Dogs, that was great.
Yeah, and he
with the razor, the
dancing,
razor.
dancing, that little awful dance. I want to dance like that at a wedding. Just walking back and forth with a fucking severed ear.
Talking into the severed ear. Hello, can you hear me? And then he kind of makes himself laugh.
It was weird for me because I used to be in a band with Jerry Rafferty.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's Jerry Rafferty? Oh, the guy
Baker
who
Street? The Baker Street guy?
Baker Street, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You were in a band with Jerry Rafferty?
That's pretty cool.
Would you play banjo?
Yeah.
That's fucking very cool.
Was it Jerry
They
Rafferty?
were called the Humble Bums.
Okay, I was going to ask you. Wow. Any hits? Any songs we would know?
We had a hit in Europe called Shoeshine Boy.
Really?
I remember we were #2 in Holland, and Imagine was #5.
Shit.
Yeah, I used to have it on my bedroom wall.
You should.
Wait, do we have that song? I would love to hear a little bit of that. Do you sing in it too, or just banjo?
No, I don't play banjo now, and just play guitar and sing.
Yeah, you gotta
on this one?
What, Shoeshine Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just sing the harmonies and play my guitar.
Yeah, you got to let Jerry Rafferty sing, right? Here it is, Shoeshine Boy.
Oh, my
The Humble Bums.
goodness gracious.
That's me there.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shoeshine Boy, he's making his money working downtown on Main Street. Shoeshine Boy, I know it ain't funny, cleaning everything.
Wow.
2 feet. Get down upon your knees and brush your blues away. It won't be long till Saturday night and you'll be dancing with your lady till the break of day.
That's pretty cool.
Everybody lose now.
Wow. This is
Take your partners and
old
lose.
school. What year was this?
That would be 69.
I can honestly say I've never heard this before.
No.
You would have thought we would have heard it by now, right?
Yeah.
Especially if it was a hit in Holland. My God.
The Humble Bums.
How long were you in the band for?
You could
4 years.
You could hear a Jerry Rafferty sound in that harmony. Very cool.
1970?
Wow.
No kidding.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
That's pretty cool, man.
Oh, that's great. That's brilliant. That's another scene I love.
I love it.
Oh, we get your fucking shine box.
Shoeshine Boy.
Shoeshine Boy.
Oh, that is so cool.
Why did you leave them?
Oh, we split because he was becoming a great songwriter and I was holding him back.
Wow.
Really?
And I was the kind of front man. I was being funny and all that, and I think he was getting a bit pissed with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I would too, sitting in the stool with a guitar while this fuckwit's at the front telling stories.
Fuckwit.
You know,
Yeah,
telling long, involved stories that don't go anywhere.
It's like maybe you have another career here.
Yeah.
But you're fucking up my gig.
I remember we sat down in Glasgow Central railway station and said, "Look, listen, I think we've taken this as far as it can go."
Wow, really? Holy shit.
Was it an angry breakup or no?
No, it was very nice.
You guys kept in touch over the years?
Yeah.
He just recently passed away, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It was funny, I was texting him on his deathbed.
Really?
Yeah, it was really nice, making him laugh and all that.
Fuck.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is fucked up right there.
Yeah. Reminding him of the time we smoked dope using pages of the Bible.
You don't want to remind someone of that on their deathbed.
Yeah, right? No, that never happened.
God, if you're watching, that never happened.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What did he die of?
If there is a God.
Well, he was a chronic alcoholic. And he died of liver failure, I think.
Wow.
But you knew he was on his deathbed when you were texting him?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
That's horrible.
That's some
He was a great guy.
That's a fun little, like, footnote in your little resume of things. I never heard that before.
No idea.
I never heard Jerry described as a footnote either.
No, I mean, like, just that part of your career. It
Well,
just
yeah,
seems like, you know, wow.
I was kind of unhappy, you know.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't work out for me. I thought when I joined him, I would get better. And I did, but so did he. That songwriting and music stuff.
Okay.
And eventually you have to own up, and it's kind of...
It's like, damn, he got a lot better.
You know, it's the shaving mirror. You know, it's the psychology of the shaving mirror. You have to look in it someday and say, who the fuck are you?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And why are you writing these boring songs when Dylan's writing great ones that you could be singing?
Oh, man.
Wow.
Were you doing stand-up then or no?
Yeah, well, it was a kind of stand-up. It was in music places.
So were you telling jokes exclusively or just kind of doing music and jokes in between?
Yeah, music and jokes in between.
It was weird, like, back then you could do that. It
because there was nothing else to do. There was no comedy clubs. There was no such thing.
Wow.
We still had a little bit of vaudeville left, but I was all hairy and weird looking and velvet trousers. And they wouldn't let you in. And then there was a nightclub situation, but they wouldn't let me near it. Because I was swearing and all that.
Right.
Jeez.
I saw the documentary on the Improv. If you've seen that, it's on Epix. It's really good, but they showed the beginnings of it. And it was like they'd have a comedian come up, and then some guy would play the piano and people would sing. It wasn't just strictly a comedy club.
It was nicer.
Yeah, there was a more varied
variety.
variety.
There was guys doing poems. And
there was all kinds of shit.
Creatures coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah. Very unique, eclectic
like
stuff.
a cabaret.
Yes.
Almost like a talent show. Woody Allen would talk about that in the 60s when he was doing the Underground and all these places here in the city. You'd be on with a, like a weird Eskimo
jazz
singer.
Guitarist.
Jazz guitarist.
It wasn't odd to, have a jazz guitarist up and then guy telling jokes.
No, there was nothing odd about it.
Yeah. Wow, Jerry
and poetry used to be huge at Edinburgh Festival. You know, the kind of punk poetry. These weird guys coming on and shouting and bawling and stomping around the stage angry. You know, your idea of poetry had always been people whimpering on about daffodils.
Yeah.
And then these guys would come on fucking and blinding.
Right, yeah.
Fuck you and fuck your mother. What's this?
Would he just stop then and be cool, or would he take his anger with him off stage?
Oh, usually they stomped off in anger.
Stomped off. He's like, I just pissed myself off.
Yeah, nailed it.
Fucking nailed it. Keep this anger going.
Very cool.
Oh, Billy.
I think that's our show.
Yeah, we're done.
Then there would be a jazz band, and they were usually called something that sounded like the Dow Jones Index. They would come on doing a shitty version of Eleanor Rigby, you know. Goodly dad, oh, goodly doo, goodly doo, goodly doo, goodly yeah, goodly doo doo. Fucking do it properly.
Shit.
Let's plug everybody properly.
Yes, let's.
BillyConnolly.com. That's obviously Billy has 2 L's. Connolly has 2 L's and 2 N's.
Right.
And Billy _ Billy _ Connolly on Twitter. If you just see Billy Connolly on Twitter without an underscore, it is not this Billy Connolly. And you can catch all of Billy's dates. There, and he'll be in Los Angeles, San Diego, Portland, and Seattle coming up in the next month. So Billy's a great comic. So if you
love having you on, man, what a blast!
It's a gas coming back here. I'm glad to see you still
Absolutely.
around.
Yeah,
we're still around.
Yeah, we're surprised. We're very shocked.
I can never find anything on the radio here. It's a mystery to me.
There's nothing really going on.
Do you have satellite?
No.
Okay.
Oh man,
gotta get us on satellite.
Absolutely.
And I'll be in Pittsburgh next Friday.
Oh,
at the theater.
Go see Jimmy.
Yeah, please. Let's be honest. How many humiliations do I have to suffer after yesterday's fucking audition? Just show up.
Oh no!
Fucking gig.
The things you were going over yesterday.
I was awful.
Were you awful?
Just a bad audition. Just
never mind that. It doesn't mean anything.
I know, but it was for my friend's show, and it was actually good. I actually liked what I was doing. It wasn't I usually blame the material being shit. But this one was just fucking robot cunt face that I was walking. Blah, 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 blah.
I know a guy, and I won't tell you his name, but he auditioned his mother and failed her.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. I kind of respect that.
Not Scorsese.
No.
That wasn't Scorsese. His mother was great in those movies.
Yeah.
Billy, thanks so much.
Yeah, smashing being back here.
Yeah,
thanks,
absolutely.
Billy.
Anytime, man.
Absolutely.
What a gas.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Later.
Bye.
The Opie and Anthony Show is drawn to a close. Stay tuned to reflect, relive, and get the story behind the story of the finest moments of today's show.